Trophy, where we take your dumb ideas
and make even dumber drawings.
I'm Jacob.
I'm Nathan.
I'm Karina.
And I'm Julia.
And y'all here in the room with me,
Yeah.
I got something to say to you.
To us?
Yeah.
Go on.
I'm
Is
a
the divorce
fan.
happening?
The horse.
Is there a horse happening?
Is there a horse happening?
What?
The horse.
Is there a horse happening?
Where?
I said, is the divorce happening?
Oh.
But then everyone thought I said horse.
I'm starting over. Welcome to Trophy, where we take your dumb ideas
And make even dumber drawings.
I'm Jacob.
I'm Nathan.
I'm Karina.
And I'm Julia.
This is our second attempt at this.
I like the first one.
It's gone now forever. We're doing something different now.
Oh, the horse.
The divorce.
Jacob, why do you look so tired?
Are we doing it again?
Yes.
No.
Welcome to Trophy, where we take your dumb ideas
You make even dumber drawings.
What was that?
Oh, sometimes my mouth makes noises I didn't tell it to.
Jacob, is that the intro you wanted? I'm Julia.
That was my fault.
And I'm Nathan.
I don't see how I could have done anything differently. I nailed it both times before
We
that.
should just use the
so-
first intro.
Oh, God.
We should just use all of these intros.
No. Welcome to Trophy, where we take your dumb ideas
And make even dumber drawings.
I'm Jacob.
I'm Nathan.
I'm Karina.
And I'm Julia.
And y'all, I want to let you know something special today.
What?
I'm a fan of all of you.
Oh.
And the work you do, I love to see it.
Aww.
And to celebrate that today,
Wow.
we all did fan art of each other's art.
Yay.
Isn't that beautiful? It's called Friendship. Look it up.
Yeah, great intro, Jacob.
Yeah,
Thank
really
you.
good.
Yeah, so smooth, no mistakes.
No hitches at all is my favorite part about the intro.
I'm a fan of this intro.
Me too. We did a speed draw, so we've already drawn these, and we're going to be playing them back and talking about the process. And Nathan, you're up first.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
I did fan art of Julia.
Yeah. What of Julia's?
Some Pokemon.
Oh, baby.
Oh.
Some of Julia's Pokemon that she's drawn.
I'm so excited. Should I get into it?
Yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Because Julia didn't get to do our Gym Sonas or our Team Rocket Sonas. And so I chose a few of my favorite of your designs, and I wanted to draw y'all looking cool and creepy. I sort of had an idea for how I wanted this one to look, and I think I kind of got there. I maybe could have pushed the shadows a little bit further, but I'm still pretty happy with how this one turned out.
The composition is looking so fun already.
Yeah.
I didn't manage to make a full 6 team. It's just 4, but I figured Julia doesn't ever follow rules anyway, so
And also that big cat thing is like multiple cats, so it's fine.
Yeah.
that's of course we've got Monferno, Pumpkaboo, and Celio are the 3 represented here, but there's gonna be a 4th one. Just you wait. There he is.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Gigantamax Grimmsnarl.
Yeah.
There he is.
Our boy.
I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of the way Julia designs Pokemon. I think she always comes at it with something different and fun, and I wanted to try and get like a nice spread of man and cat and eyes in there.
Yeah.
Sort of a false start with the inking. I thought I'd try a rougher brush and was like, this is not working for me. And I'm going to struggle with this collar for a bit.
Yeah.
This team looks like my gym is in the sewer. And these are a bunch of like chemical accidents.
You
I
just
mean-
found them down there.
Yeah.
You know, you feel free to come up with whatever lore
Yeah,
you want.
that will be
It's
your lore.
it's your team.
Are you a sewer team?
The sewer.
The
gym.
sewer gym.
Sewer rats. I am a fan of the Pokemon that you've picked. You said you were drawing fan art of my Pokemon, and I immediately worried. But these are the good ones. You picked the good
Worried.
ones.
I like the good. You know, I think they're all good, but I
Yeah.
mean, you know, people are expecting the men, and the men are good too. Like I could have done just like all the men, Kleinstein and Spiel and.
People expect a man.
But I like your more, you know, the ones that you don't always draw a man. But I love Monferno.
I do like Monferno.
Is just, and I wanted him to be the light source for this image.
Oh, fun.
Ooh.
So
Well, it's fun
So,
to have
yeah.
Monferno and the pumpkin one.
yeah, because the pumpkin one has a little lantern on his belt.
Yeah.
It was fun revisiting these and seeing all the fun little details you included in all of these.
I love, Nathan, how like for the Celio, you made like the horse legs make sense.
Yeah, thank you for doing that.
They're not. I made the decision to make them horse legs because in the original they're just poles. They're just like long poles. But I was
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna joint them like horse legs because I can. I'm
I either draw
allowed to.
ham hocks or poles.
Take your pick, baby.
Take your
One or the other.
I forgot what's his face's giant legs. I forgot that he's like ready to start the race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Permanently.
Oh yeah.
A little bit of banjo music piping in from outside.
Wow.
I love that.
That
Interesting.
car is ready to start the race
Yeah.
outside. It's getting ready.
Hope we don't get content ID.
Wow.
Oh, this is cool.
So loud.
This
So
has to
loud.
stay in because I can't edit this part.
Yeah.
So banjo.
Yeah.
The banjo has to stay.
It's oddly enough what I was listening to while I was coloring this. So
Really?
no.
I love
Just
my outfit.
Destroying your eardrums with banjo music
I
at
was
full
so
volume.
ready to believe that.
Nathan, I love this outfit you've put me in.
Yeah.
So cool.
You did really well with
Thank
like the
you.
pose and like the anatomy too. It looks like so grounded.
Oh, I had just come from Karina's draw class, anatomy class. So you may have noticed I used her technique for drawing legs.
Oh.
And you're gonna see all of these flats I do. I'm gonna throw out and start over because I decided I wanted to try something different.
Cool.
Okay.
But again, watching it back, I'm like these probably were fine. I probably could have just kept them
Yeah.
like this.
It's different in the moment.
But in the moment, I was like, this isn't what I want. So I try again.
Oh, going for some black in there.
Ooh.
Oh, heck yeah.
More of a limited color palette is what I wanted because I really wanted to just have it be like everything. It's very dark in here, and everything is only being illuminated by the few like mostly Monferno and then a little bit from the other fire.
You're
in
just a
the-
huge Monferno stan.
I love that design. I
It's
just
a
think
very
it.
good
I just
design.
think it's so good.
He's just a little flame boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's just like, what do you want?
He can't help but be the light source.
Yeah. I
It's
love
perfect.
that this composition begs the question, what was Julia doing in here before you got here?
She was
He
waiting.
wandered into my sewer.
Was she just like sitting in pitch black?
That's her business.
No, Monferno's there, you know. He's hanging out.
He's the light source of the group. Every friend group has a light
Your friend-
source.
yeah. Who's the light source of your friend group?
Yeah. Tag yourself.
You are the light source of my life.
Aw.
That's beautiful. You
Yeah.
should put that on a cross stitch.
Someone will now that you've said it.
They probably already have.
Oh my goodness.
Just going
This
in.
looks so
adding
dramatic and
some-
good.
You know, I just wanted to do a good job.
Oh, in the background. He's so scary.
Yeah, he's so looming.
Yeah. and I couldn't decide if I wanted that on that like sort of reddish glow. I decided against it, but there you go. Those you and your Pokemon. Some of your Pokemon.
Good.
Some of my faves.
This is awesome.
These are probably my faves as well. I really love the pumpkin one.
Yeah,
I had a lot of fun with him.
it's really good.
This just gives me the overwhelming feeling of I'm gonna lose this battle.
Yeah. Because
This one-
there's no way to know what attacks or typing you're dealing with. It's like,
Yeah.
Celio, yes, it's a
Unsure
water
if
ice
these
type.
are Pokemon.
Nope, that is a cat with eyes coming out of a torso wearing pants. Horse.
Don't know what that does.
Interesting.
Well, awesome work, Nathan. This is so fun.
Thank you. I'm like I said, I'm just a big fan. I'm always excited to see what Julia comes up with, and
This is great. Thank you.
you're quite welcome.
I'm up next, and I did fan art of Nathan's art.
Ooh,
Little Nathan appreciation time.
Me?
Yes, you.
Oh.
And I did this. I wanted to do Legsy, Draga Legsy, my girl. And I did, there's a lot of stuff you won't see because I was having like an art struggle day when I started this. So there's like an hour and a half of attempting that was just, I got rid of entirely. But even in this bit, you'll see some attempts that I throw away too, because it took me a while to land on where I wanted to land on. But I like how it came out in the end. So
Great.
I'll go into it.
Hell yeah.
3, 2, 1, go. All right. So because I was having an art struggle day, I was like, this is when I came back after going on a walk. And I was like, I'll just do something like really in my wheelhouse. Like maybe that'll be comfortable.
Oh.
So I wanted to do sort of like a lumpy Legsy, and like maybe she found like a chef's knife and like was learning to cook since she's trying to open the short stack
Yeah.
diner. And so I thought that would be cute. And then I don't end up keeping any of this. I get rid of all of it.
it's
And
really good.
it's one of those things where like I like it now that I'm looking at it
Yeah.
here, but then I did not like it. I was
Again,
not happy.
That's how I felt doing those flats. I was like, those probably would have worked fine, but I
It's art, baby.
just
Yeah.
in the moment was like, nope, this isn't.
Oh, there goes the head.
Yeah, because I did like the face, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll do like a chef's hat thing. Maybe I'll do
Yeah.
a body a different way. And then I was like, no, get rid of all of it. We're doing something totally different. Change the
Yeah.
canvas.
Delete your art.
This
All right,
really
here's
does feel like
one
an
more pose
homage
that goes away.
to me and my process. So it really is fan art in that sense as well.
So I started a new canvas, was using a reference piece, and I want to do Legsy in like a modern sort of outfit and style.
Oh, that's cool.
I drew directly on the background layer and had to delete that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then started over. And this is the one I actually stick with. And I think that, you know, once I actually got going on this and the pose started coming out, I was like, oh, this is actually kind of cute and fun. And then I got into it.
I really like this pose.
Yeah, and I thought it'd be fun to see like a modern adaptation of Legsy, since like Draga kind of takes place in a nebulous time period where
Right.
sometimes they're wearing like fantasy adventuring gear and sometimes they're wearing like jeans or suits.
Yep.
So you never really know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, I think someone remarked that Legsy's outfits get more and more fantasy, and Regina and Rox's outfits get more and more unfantasy as the series goes on.
Yep. So I guess it can go either way.
Yeah. It's
And I
both.
wanted
It's
to
whatever
go
you
for-
want.
Legsy is
Ooh.
absolutely chilling. Just
such a good pose.
Yeah.
I love this.
Jacob.
thank you. I found the pose on Pinterest
Yeah.
and then adapted it to be Legsy. But that was fun too. Like it's really fun working from reference. I don't do it a lot in speed draws, just because it's like a kind of laziness where I'm just like, I just want to draw. I just want to go. I don't want to spend time looking for things. But it's really fun to have like a reference piece. You can do stuff that's outside of your normal range.
Yeah.
And I wanted to do lineless. I've been having a lot of fun with lineless lately.
Yeah. I can tell because you keep doing it.
Yeah. Well, lately I think about inking and I'm like, I don't feel like it. And I'm like, what if I just jump straight to colors again? And since
Yeah.
color's kind of a weaker point for me, it's a little bit of practice too to try and do it this way.
Yeah. What brush are you using for this?
This is one of the charcoal, Kyle Webster charcoal brushes. I think it's the first
Oh.
Kyle Webster charcoal brush.
Yeah.
I wanted a little bit of a toothy exterior.
I'm always looking for I never know. You saw in mine I like tried like a super rough inker and it was too rough.
Yeah.
I couldn't control it. But this I like this.
This one's got a good amount. I think it hits a good sweet spot for that.
Always looking for good brush recs.
Yeah. I think this is the charcoal brush 1 in like
Cool.
the drawing box.
I'll have to try that
As
on
far as I
my
remember.
next one.
So yeah, I just flat in some of the bigger like shadow shapes and some of the detail. But I didn't want to do too much line detail, so I kind of leave it a little vague. And then I get out a different brush to do like shading and stuff because I wanted to kind of be a little painterly, but not like too rendery. I realized that I had the ground in the wrong place for where the hand was. I had to move everything. Love that for me.
That's art, baby.
Yeah.
Wow.
Getting some shoe detail.
I love the shapes of these feet.
So cool.
Thank you.
Lexi's so much cooler than me. I love having characters that are cooler than me.
That's what characters are for.
Yeah.
This brush, by the way, is the Big Softy.
Ooh.
Oh, I like the big softy.
And I had not used it before. And like I did one stroke of it and I was like, oh, baby, that's a brush for me.
Yeah.
I just loved it. It's like it's big and like kind of purposefully unwieldy
Yeah.
in a way that makes me be a little looser.
It's like a
Fun.
big sponge.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
It was really fun to use because I decided not to like blend the shadow, just to leave it as like streaky
I like the streaks.
shadows.
This is like
Yeah.
a sunglasses ad.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Yeah. Lexi's doing sponsored content now.
Yeah.
Listen, you got to pay for the diner somehow.
Yeah, the diner is just a money hole. It just to
She's very bad at marketing.
yeah.
Like he's an influencer now.
Yeah.
Adding in some light layer, hitting the clothes and skin there, and then I realized I didn't shade parts of it yet. I had to go back and shade the parts I forgot.
That's art, baby.
art, baby.
So much of this is art.
Yeah, I I will remember, so don't worry.
Oh, okay.
Don't be concerned.
It's okay if you don't.
No,
I was
do.
concerned, so thank you for assuaging me.
Here I just messed with a bunch of filters and adjustments. I didn't end up going with any of them. I do end up adding like an adjustment thing here in a second. I do like a gradient with a color burn to make the colors a little more vibrant.
Yeah. That's a good adjustment.
And then I do a little bit of color dodge to add some of the shine from the light.
So cool.
And then I do a little bit of a blur on the sky, which takes me a while to get how I wanted it to get. It was just one of those days. You know how it is.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
art, baby.
That's art, baby.
We're going to title this episode "That's Art, Baby."
That's art,
Yeah,
baby.
put that in the thumbnail.
This is art, baby.
But ultimately, it was like something totally kind of outside of my normal comfort zone. And I was really happy with how it came out.
Well, Lexi looks like she is in her comfort zone.
So good.
Waiting for the girls at the beach.
I love this,
Sweet.
Jacob.
Yeah.
Thanks for making my character look even cooler.
You're welcome, Nathan. I think Lexi's a great character. I was happy to draw her. Yeah.
That's art.
That's art, baby.
Baby.
Karina, you're up next.
I'm up next.
And you did me fan art.
I did you fan art.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. What'd you fan art?
Okay, so I couldn't make up my mind because I like a lot of your character designs. And
Thank you.
as of recording, the 4 character 1 description video came out recently. So I did want to draw Rowan. But I
Yeah.
also really like your other characters. So I just drew several of your characters that I liked hanging out.
Oh my
Wow.
God, I'm so excited.
A friend
Okay.
group.
A friend group. I think they totally make a friend group.
I can't wait to see. I'm gonna start it. 3, 2, 1, go.
So I kind of just did this off the cuff, but I wanted to draw a friend group.
Oh, I see York.
That's York.
Yeah.
York and Rowan.
I feel like they'd get along, maybe. Rowan's so tough.
Oh, I'm so excited
York
because
would be like confused by Rowan's strength.
oh, and there's Regina and there's Horse.
Yeah, all my faves. I had to draw them all together.
I love the way you draw like groups of people interacting. There's always so much like character and life to it. So I'm
Heck.
super excited that you decided to do this.
I do futz around a lot with expressions because I wasn't really sure. Like I said, I just kind of sat down and did this one. But I was just excited to be drawing all your characters because they're all really fun. And I think to some degree they'd totally be a friend group. This is my fanfic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
All your
I agree with
characters
you.
hanging out.
I think they would too.
In my mind, Rowan's like the one that's like, oh, you bitches.
Absolutely.
That is the facial expression, yeah.
Didn't text the friend group that they were going out, but they still found them.
Yeah. Everyone's like,
Yeah.
how did you know I was
Everyone's
going to
just-
be here?
Yeah, everyone's just doting on them because they're so cool and tough.
Regina definitely just like wants to be out with hot people
Yeah.
for the photo ops.
This is your hot friend group.
And then there's Horse.
Well, we mentioned every group has a light source, but what about a nice horse?
Boom.
Yeah, Nathan,
Yes.
you did it. Every friend group has a nice horse.
I don't do anything too remarkable with this. I was just really happy to draw Jacob's characters hanging out in my fanfic.
That's exactly what I would have wanted. It's perfect.
I hope you agree with my headcanon that Rowan is the annoyed one.
Rowan is definitely the annoyed one.
Because they always are like really outgoing in the life of the party and smiley, but in reality,
Yeah, that's a
they're
front.
vicious.
Yeah.
It's because in those situations they can control when they leave, but in this situation, York and Regina just found them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
York has so many questions. And Regina just wants to hang.
Yeah, I love that because Rowan's literal character description has an irresponsible feel about them,
Somehow
and
becomes
somehow
the group mom.
compared to the other characters is still more responsible.
Yeah. Well, I think Rowan is like irresponsible, but in like a solo fashion. Like they do things that are irresponsible for themselves, but then when other people are involved, they don't know how to deal with it.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so good. I'm so psyched about this.
Just having a good time drawing all of Jacob's hot characters.
Just a bunch of hot idiots hanging out.
Horse.
Horse,
The hottest
the
one. of
hottest
all.
one.
Yeah.
Regina expects to be tagged in a lot of photos, but people are mostly just talking about Horse.
Yeah. Who is that?
Anybody see this horse?
We should have talked about horses more in the intro to this episode.
Oh my God.
Which we didn't. So it just seems like a missed opportunity to me.
Unbelievable.
What? I just thought it just had a thought, you know? Apropos of nothing.
Oh, there's Beauregard.
Yeah, I couldn't decide which season design to go with, so.
I think
Is this Yugi Horse?
it's
Oh,
Yugi
Yugi
horse.
Well, I felt like the horse had hair, and then I was trying to figure out where the hair went. I didn't look it up. So I was like, I like the Yugi horse that you did for our Twitch emote.
Watch
Yeah, there's no
Trophy on
rules.
Twitch.
Do that.
Good plug for the Twitch.
There I go again, swatching in things in the most stressful manner, I'm told.
I was gonna say I think this design of Regina is like the most universally
Yeah, quintessential.
fan arted one. I think it's
Yeah.
like the most accepted design.
Post level up redesign.
Yeah.
Slightly red eyes.
Yeah, a lot of your characters don't have eye colors.
Yeah, I tend to just
from
do
the reference photos.
dots
so
or lines.
I took some liberties.
He just has.
This is my fanfic.
They just have like red on like the eyelids and stuff. I love
Yeah.
that. Just so
They're
tired.
They were probably up all night doing a party assassination.
Yeah. Now they have to deal with these idiots.
I like to imagine Rowan has to do a lot of like leg work when there's a target, like hanging out with them all the time, getting the target to trust them, and slowly bringing them into more and more dangerous situations where an accident might happen.
Maybe like they were on a job and these two just happened to be the ones that they got stuck with.
Amazing.
Oh my goodness.
I just kept it simple.
I love it.
I'll be frank. I didn't do a background.
That's fine.
Fuck that noise.
You don't have to do a background.
Shoved in the corner where they notice because they don't know that it's back there.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I like that you kept your shadow swatches in the horse's eye.
It felt like the only place I could.
The horse
where it
doesn't
belongs.
mind. There's no rules with the horse.
Yeah, I usually just swatch in or use like one color for shading and I'm doing just multiply layer. But for this one, I feel like it gets muddy if you're not too careful about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had one cool and one warm for
Ooh.
once. I'm fancy.
Look at you. The horse looks so threatening now.
Yeah.
Oh, a little bit of blood stain.
Yeah. They just got off of work. They want to go home, but they're being forced to party.
Oh, did you kill a guy? I bet you killed a guy. I try not to get the blood on my face when I kill a guy, but you know, that's I'm a little bit taller than you.
Did you do
so-
anything with the bones? Did you do anything with the bones? Can we talk about the bones? I can do that for you. I know a lot of fun party tricks.
No, horse doesn't make noise, just looms ominously.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you just hear like a sort of a very soft static sound.
Yeah,
when
you hear like
look
a
at the horse.
slithering, like
Yeah.
when a snake is moving through grass.
So like clopping and then
Karina, this is wonderful. This is such a
I
good,
like your
a beautiful gift. Thank you so much for drawing them.
Yay!
I will
had
treasure it
fun.
always. All right, Julia,
Me.
last but not least,
Yes.
you did Karina fan art.
yes.
What'd you do?
Well, I really only had one choice. Karina, you know what I had to do. I had to draw Nando. I originally was gonna draw Schmidt and Nando, but I thought that was cheating. I felt like I was cheating already because I was there for the inception of them both. So
Oh.
I just did Nando for the most part.
Ooh.
All right, should we get to it?
Yeah.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
So I'm trying to be better about just letting looser things be on the show, given our last speed draw that we did.
That you freaking nailed.
That I did in 25 minutes. So I'm trying to let myself just like go a little bit. I did do a sketch for this, obviously. You're seeing it now. So for this, I imagined that Schmidt and Nando were going somewhere on a case via train.
Ooh.
I've had a lot of trains on the mind for no reason in particular.
Maybe your
recently.
train of mind. Thank you.
So yeah, I just pictured that they were on a case going via train, and that, you know, he's trying to take like a little nap on the train, so it's like a view from the window into the train. I had to get Schmidt in there a little
Here, get
bit.
that shoulder.
Yeah. I imagine that Schmidt's taking photos and editing them.
That's so cute. They're so cute together.
Little smirk.
Yeah.
Schmidt likes it.
Like he's pulling a fun prank. So yeah, I drew in my horrible colors. I apologize to everyone.
Julia, horrible color sketch.
These are more of my detailed sketches.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one I actually like planned things out, like facial expressions and
Yeah.
things of that nature.
So good.
It was very fun to draw Nando. I keep like I basically have always wanted an excuse to draw fan art of these two. But fan art, I'm very uncomfortable doing fan art for some reason. It's very hard for my brain to do it because I always draw mood pieces where the people are very tiny and then it doesn't feel like fan art anymore because they're too small to see details of the characters.
Well, that means it can be fan art of anything.
Yeah.
You can say everything is fan art.
Yeah.
So this was fun because it kind of forced me to have to draw fan art of characters.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I also feel like, as someone who loves to draw fan art, at the end of the day, it's all about just doing what you want
That's true.
and what you want to see.
Yeah.
What
I
I'm
felt like
saying
this
is
was
that
good
you're
in between.
valid.
Thank you. I felt like this was a good in between
For sure.
of like what I like to do usually for fan art and what. Oh, there was a pause there because Olive was doing something very cute and Jacob wanted me to see. But
it was important.
it was important. But yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to kind of go and do like a scene. I imagine that this is like a panel from one of the comics or something.
I'm so soft.
Texting Nadia.
Yeah.
They totally text.
Oh, they totally text.
Roasting.
No.
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 I also imagine that they were in one of those fancy trains with like a table.
Ooh.
Yeah, you can expense that if you're on the case.
Right. And also I feel like Schmidt would, and he wouldn't want to sit in like a normal train. He would want to splurge on a good look,
Yeah, of course.
good set.
You just can't ride normal trains.
You can ride normal trains.
You just sit there, dude.
Yeah, Schmidt gets confused.
But for the color palette, I wanted to do something that was more limited, like a more muted color palette. I shouldn't say limited, but like a muted color palette. So everything has these kind of like desaturated tones. I spend a lot of my time in the middle of the color picker. So like a 50% between saturated and desaturated.
More
Just so-
tunes.
more tunes.
This is a tunes episode.
Just so that just for that like moody train lighting.
Yeah.
You know, everything's a brownish,
Yeah.
sepia-ish.
Yeah, it's cool.
You're on the move.
Yeah.
It's cool seeing like Schmando art in like this darker, sort of moodier palette. I'm used to them being so bright and
Yeah.
I love
Colorful.
it.
You know I love a good detective story. So
Blessed with a Julia Schmando on this day. I win. I win.
Gobble it up.
yeah, like a looser piece than what I usually do.
I feel you. I'm working on that too.
Yeah. Because usually I need it to be so like tight and I don't know, very precise. So yeah, I'm just having fun. I'm trying things out. I'm using it to kind of just play around with stuff. I want him to wear a little like windbreaker sort of thing. I tried to put in some like canon stuff like Nando's daughter.
This is like the variant cover of the Schmando comic book.
Yes.
Yeah, you're so good at like telling stories, like full stories with just like a single image.
Well, thank you.
It's a true scene.
True scene.
I've been blessed on this day. Got the dramatic lighting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I imagine that Schmidt took a photo and then drew on top.
Yeah. That's what you do on trains.
Yeah.
I haven't been on a train in years.
Let's all get on a train.
Let's all get on a train after
I love
this.
it. It's from the outside of the window.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
good.
Like they're in motion.
That's cool.
It's gone.
It's gone. It's coming back.
Yeah.
There it is.
I realized I forgot to color in the ticket, so I wanted to get back in there.
So good.
They won't accept the ticket if it's not colored in.
Remember to
Get
color in
kicked
your
off.
tickets before you
This
get
is
on the train.
so good, Julia.
Julia, this
Thank
So
you.
rules.
good.
These were all so
I'm
good.
gonna be looking at this with my eyes for days.
Feasting. We live in a time of plenty.
Post
Yeah.
this so I can like it, retweet it, and save it on my phone.
Yeah, we're all gonna
Okay,
have to
yeah.
post these once the episode goes out.
Yeah.
This one I think took me like an hour. I'm trying to do shorter
Wow.
pieces.
Welcome to my life, Julia. Never spend more
Yeah.
than 2 hours doing anything.
Wow.
No more blender pieces for me.
Mine took 3 hours.
Well, you had 3 characters,
Well,
so
they were
Yeah.
fun 3 hours.
yeah, that's what matters. As long as
You
you're having
enjoyed
fun.
Yeah.
Well, this was awesome. What a fun challenge. We just got to draw each other's stuff and hype each other
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Wow.
I like your guys' stuff.
I like your guys' stuff.
I like yours guys' stuff.
Yeah.
If you like ours guys' stuff, consider supporting us on Patreon. You can go to patreon.com/drop. You find us there. We're also on Twitter. We're on Twitch.
We mentioned the Twitch. Yeah.
We're on
We're
TikTok.
newly on TikTok.
Oh shit.
You can follow us there. We're going to be posting little clips from episodes, funny clips, maybe some behind the scenes clips,
Maybe some intros that we messed up.
maybe some intros that we
from
messed up.
various episodes.
Intros that were too good to be
Yeah.
in an episode.
Yeah.
Just went a little too hard on those.
So check us out there if you want that
Apropos
stuff.
nothing.
And also, we're sorry.
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 Welcome to Droppy, where we take your dumb ideas.
And make even dumber drawings.
I'm Jacob.
I'm Julia.
I'm Nathan.
And I'm Karina.
And if there's one thing we all agree on here on Droppy, it's that kids are terrible at art. They
Did
don't
not
even
run that one
Yeah.
by us.
They don't even care about like the forms or it looking like anything. And they don't take criticism or critique. And the funny thing about it though is that we all also were kids at some point.
What?
I see.
I was never bad at art. I think you'll find I
We'll
was
let
never
the
bad
art
at art.
speak for that. We're redrawing our childhood art today. We're going back to those pieces we did when we were dumb little babies and we're turning them into big, smart, big brain adult pieces. And we've also already done it. And we're going to play the videos and talk about it. This is a speed draw. Nathan, do you want to go first?
Sure. Let's look at this.
Okay.
Look at this idiot art that I did.
Oh.
This is nice.
I chose it because I liked it a lot. I like the colors and the composition,
Yeah,
which
you
are
have
both
an excellent color sense as a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
have an Aurora Borealis going on.
colors and composition are two things that I struggle with a lot in my current art. And this
And
one,
yet?
I just like had so much confidence. I just was like, yep, marker.
Yeah, I'm
There's
going
no
right in with that.
underdrawing. I just put those penguins where I felt like.
That's
So-
powerful energy.
Nathan, how old are you?
Yeah,
in
do you
that-
have an age reference
Yeah.
for this?
My parents' best guess is like around 6.
Okay,
Wow.
that's
Probably-
good.
That's pretty good.
I'm still using the magic markers
Yeah.
at 6.
But now let's see how good it gets when you're 31
Yeah.
instead.
Yeah.
I'm going to count you in.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
The thing that I notice when we do these speed draws is I always start off by going so, and I really didn't want to do that on this episode.
Nailed it.
You did.
I didn't. I start by trying to like get the composition as close as possible to the original because I did like the composition.
the competition game.
It is a competition with my past, and it turns out seals. I don't understand how they work at all.
They're tubes.
Blubbery tubes.
They're
But
like
they're
dogs.
flippers. I don't get. So I struggle with this.
Well, in your original drawing, you have him standing on the tippy toes of the flippers. If you look at the original, because like the shadow is coming out, and that is a
Yeah.
strong seal.
Powerful flipper muscles.
Powerful flippers.
Floating.
It's
But
a
I
good
am real happy
walrus.
with how the walrus turned
Oh,
out.
wow.
And an interesting thing is I as a child I thought I was pretty knowledgeable about animals, but in this drawing I have combined animals from the North and South poles
Oh my god.
Wow.
because penguins and like seals. I think seals can be in both hemispheres, but like penguins are for sure from the South Pole, and then walruses and wolves are only found in the Arctic.
Big book of Nathan's animal lies.
Yeah.
Wolves are found other places, but like Arctic wolves, there aren't any Antarctic wolves. So
I can't believe
this was
you exposed yourself as a poser.
this is some artistic license. This is some future world, some
Yeah.
future like hellscape where human life is gone and there's just an eternal winter spanning the poles.
Well, that's good for
Yeah,
these
I
for these
wish.
animals. Yeah. Doesn't seem so bad. They all look like they're having a good time.
yeah, they're all just hanging out.
I like to think that the ones in the back are like the ones that are still at the party, and all the ones in the front are like the ones that are slowly like trickling out.
Like,
Like,
can I go home
guys,
now?
it's
or
like, it's 10 o'clock. How long do you expect me to be here? All right.
Yeah. Just posing for a photo outside the work holiday party.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like we still have to come in tomorrow to the office, so I should probably get going.
Like no one expects us to get work done, but you still have to show up.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a morale thing. These are good pingies.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
There's a lot of good forms going on in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
You really
fun, you
busted
know.
them all out, and they look great.
I was thinking I would do a dinosaur one, but I've been doing a lot of dinosaur stuff, and I like drawing other animals too. And I don't do it that much
You're so
anymore.
good at drawing
so
animals.
Yeah.
I wanted to get back into practice with that.
I think the most accurate cat I've ever drawn in my life is the one from the Totally Normal Cats episode. I'm not good at drawing animals.
No, me either.
I like to think I'm good at drawing animals, but then when I'm faced with actually drawing like an animal the way it's supposed to look, I can't do it.
You gotta go with the short hands. Except
I
Nathan.
know.
Nathan doesn't.
Penguins don't have any hands at all. Oh. Hey. There's something like really funny to me about just drawing like a scene of a bunch of animals. It's just like
Yeah.
a thing that you don't like. No one does anymore.
The illustrator for Zoo Books.
Yeah, unless you're like
probably
illustrating
does.
Yeah.
like a book.
Oh man.
I never just go on Twitter and see like a bunch of animals that someone has drawn.
When I was a kid, I would just get the zoo books and whatever animals were in there, I would draw them. And that was like my fun time activity.
I did that, but for Goku.
Yeah, the Goku books, and you drew
Yeah, I would
whatever
get my-
Goku.
Get my Goku books. Draw whatever Gokus were in there.
Yeah, is a Goku in the wild.
Ah!
Look at him charging up.
And again, in my original, I really had a sense of where the light source was, and I have
Yeah.
all the shadows coming towards us, so I wanted to match that.
I'm very
This.
impressed by 6-year-old me having a source. Like,
Yeah, really.
okay.
Flex.
Little
I
genius
didn't know
over
what that
here.
was.
Yeah, so again, my biggest fear with this was that it wouldn't actually be a better composition, or like it wouldn't be an improvement. Like I can draw the animals more accurately, but like the actual piece as a whole, it's just so readable. Like I love the colors and I love the whole look of and feel of it. So
Nathan, I'm here to tell you that you've improved.
thank you.
Since you were 6, yes.
Since you were 6.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
It's definitely
Thank you.
reads. I mean, your 6-year-old self had some great sense of depth and stuff, but this got even more of that. Oh,
And we got gradients now.
And we got gradients now.
Shit, can't do that with magic marker.
Yeah, I was considering trying to do more of like a painting, but then I was like, no, it's getting late. I'm just gonna put a bunch of gradients on this. and
But
call it a
sometimes you
day.
get tired.
I
Yeah.
feel that. It's one of those things where it's like, I know that this is my job to do these drawings, but even still, I'm like, I don't want to have to like work hard.
Even
Yeah.
more. It's my job.
Yeah,
Sometimes you're off the
Julia's-
clock.
Julia's gonna work hard on this
Yeah.
no matter what. So
We
I'm
don't
just
all have to work hard.
I'm just gonna show up and draw some penguins.
I
Art can
love
be just about
these.
drawing penguins. It can just be about drawing a walrus and having a nice time.
Yeah, the walrus is my favorite part of this. I'm gonna be honest.
It's a good walrus. But
The
there's
turn is
something
great.
so special about child art.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So it's just
And
just
then I-
nice.
I go and change the color of the background
Ooh.
Yeah,
lines.
that's good.
Wow.
At first, I thought I would leave them black because as an homage to the marker, but then I thought they looked a little harsh, so I softened them up with some colors. And I think that's it. Yeah.
Wow.
That's awesome.
It's just such a nice draw. It really is like you were saying about childhood art. It's just
Yeah.
like a drawing for the sake of doing a drawing. Just that's it. Like my
Because
brain
that's it.
can't
Yeah.
operate on that level anymore, and it's very sad.
There's no like interpretations. There's no overthinking. It's just like childhood you is just like, hell yeah, I want all these animals to hang out in the snow.
What if snow animals from the north and the south hung out?
Yeah, I had exactly one thought, and I'm gonna make an entire drawing.
Yeah.
And just doing it is fun.
Yeah.
Dang. Nathan, what a delight.
Thank you.
I like it. So
you
nice.
brought me joy. I guess I'm next.
Yeah.
So my mom sent me a bunch of stuff, but the thing that kind of grabbed me the most, I drew just like, I'll start with this one actually. I drew just a bunch of pirates. I guess it was like a pirate crew. And I used to do this a lot where I would just draw like a bunch of characters that would all be like part of some story I had made up in my head. And I just loved the idea of these characters like, you know, being like a one-piece pirate crew.
Wow. Trolling Willie even before you knew him.
Yeah.
Wet Willie.
Wet Willie.
I love that it says continue on back in the
Yeah, and
corner
then
there.
this is the back here. One of
That
my
is
favorite
so
ones
valid.
is Johnny No See, who is both invisible and blind. So he doesn't see and can't be seen, which I think
Wow.
is beautiful.
I don't
But
know.
people
I
can see his
like-
clothes.
I like
Yeah.
weird guy.
Weird guy's got something special going on.
Big fan of Ballerina Joe.
Yeah, Ballerina Joe. So
Ballerina Joe, that is great. His shoulders go down and back up.
He has 2 elbows on
he's got
each
a lot
arm.
of elbows.
Slicer is the edgelord of
Oh,
the
definitely.
pirates.
Do you have a age? What age?
I don't have an age, but I have
Interesting.
to imagine it would have been around the same time as Nathan's.
Okay.
I have to
nice.
say, looking at, you know, where we have started so far, like Nathan's childhood art and Jacob's childhood art, it really is like, oh, I can see your art career trajectory. Like looking at Jacob's, I'm like, oh yeah, you're a cartoonist. Like, yeah, awesome.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm gonna count myself in.
Great.
3, 2, 1, go. So yeah. Oh, I said so. Damn it.
You did it.
It just feels so good.
It does.
You said it again.
Oh no.
That was a different kind of so.
I just wanted to like cut out each character and then sort of reinterpret them and then put them in a one scene together. And my goal was to kind of draw this in the same way that like an updated version of how I would have as a kid, which is like I'm just drawing for fun and then adding them in as I go with no real thought to how it's going to end up. I just add them in where I think I want them to go once I get to them.
Hell yeah.
And not like using any reference or anything, just making up characters for funsies.
That's awesome.
That's fun.
Yeah,
That's so cool.
It was fun to do. I was really happy with how all the characters came out. The coloring part of this one, I definitely lose the thread. We'll see when we get there.
Interesting.
I get overwhelmed because it's just too many characters.
It's a lot.
But it was really fun to like look back and be like, how would I do these today? Like Slicer would definitely have like a cool hairstyle and scars, and Wet Willie would be a little less terrifying, probably a little more jovial. Babyface I really like because Babyface is just very cute now.
Aww.
Who's next? Ballerina Joe. I was like, oh shit, where do I put Ballerina Joe? In the background, doing ballet.
Yeah. Cover the hard parts of the pose.
Yeah, exactly.
This feels like if One Piece were to reboot.
Yeah, I had One Piece in my mind. I brought up Weird Guy, then put him away, and did Johnny
As you
No
do.
See.
Weird guy. Weird guy's for last.
Yeah,
You can
I
go
end
in
up-
the back.
Yeah, I end up just doing Porfo. Weird Guy is Porfo
Oh.
because Weird Guy already looked kind of like Porfo,
Yeah.
so I just put him in the corner. And I went back to Captain Moose because I thought that I needed to change the beard up a little bit to match the original drawing a little more. This one's pretty like straightforward. There's not a lot of like stuff to explain because I had to draw so many characters. I just sort of defaulted to the way I normally draw
Yeah.
things.
Sometimes you just got to draw a whole group shot. Just,
yeah.
And that's just fun.
So I didn't try anything like weird or new. I just drew kind of the way that I would have drawn for like, you know, College Humor or something.
Yeah.
I'm loving
like
this line
The
quality.
We get to
composition's
see
so
the
good.
the good Jacob inks.
Yeah.
Like I get so terrified when I don't know what the composition is going to be and I have to keep adding characters. I would have stopped after like 2. Like that's enough for me.
I feel like when you're adding them one at a time like this, it kind of is a little easier in some kind of way because you just see where the big blank spaces are and then figure out what would fit there.
You didn't even really have to do any resizing or anything. Everybody fit.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I had to resize at the beginning because almost everything was taken up by Captain Moose.
Well, that's fair.
And yes, he's important, but
Yeah,
the
he's-
crew is also important.
It's the
And
captain.
he recognizes that.
Yeah, exactly. You got to make room for everyone. I gave what's his name? Slicer.
Slicer.
I gave Slicer a sort of the Randy hairstyle. I think the Randy's got the coolest hairstyle.
Yeah.
So I wanted a Randy look.
Randy continues to be the coolest person we know.
And we haven't even seen him in months.
Yep. But somewhere out there, I know he's being cool right now.
This Willie character is making me uncomfortable.
Yeah, sort of a beardo vibe.
Yeah, Wet Willie's not.
Wow.
Wet Willie's no one's favorite character. That's for sure. Johnny No See, though, definitely got to glow up.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Definitely. Oh, damn.
Went in a Julia direction.
Yeah.
Big coat, big pistol, cool hair.
You know I love a 6-shooter.
Babyface
I love
has a
Babyface.
big fan base.
Babyface
Lots
is the
of people.
mascot for sure.
Dedicated. The chopper of the bunch.
Oh, definitely. Everybody loves Babyface. Gotta stop occasionally. I did do this in like, I think 4 different sessions,
Oh wow.
just because it was just a lot of things to draw.
Yeah.
And then Ballerina Joe, I feel like, has sort of a similar following as the Onceler.
Oh, no. No, he is
Interesting.
Onceler. He is Onceler
Oh
adjacent.
yeah, this is like the ballerina Onceler.
Oh my God.
That already
Ballerina-
exists somewhere, I'm sure.
Oh, Ballerina Joe was my favorite, but now
Got him.
He could still be your favorite.
Yeah.
But then the Onceler also has to be your favorite. That's the
Yeah.
rule.
No.
Yes.
You can have favorites that aren't the same from different ones. I'm just saying I think there's a lot of crossover between Onceler and Ballerina Joe fans. But they're not all the same.
Yeah, not all the same, but a lot.
Yeah.
So I kind of just put colors in on everyone, and then it was sort of like I ended up changing a lot because I didn't like nothing was like bright enough or poppy enough. It ends up becoming sort of a Lisa Frank nightmare by the end.
Ooh.
I mean,
'cause
it's definitely hard to pick this many colors.
Yeah.
Love this.
So I
it's-
commend
it's
you
not-
regardless.
The shading color is not going to stay, but it does actually get wilder than this.
But I do like
really?
it.
Yeah. I end up cranking it up to some really crazy saturation levels in a different color because I liked how
Cool.
that looked better. I had to default to sort of my sunset colors aesthetic to unify everything because that's one of the palettes I'm most comfortable in, the orange to purple.
Same. Same.
Yeah.
It just looks nice.
It just
Yeah.
looks nice all the time.
It looks nice and it always looks like natural, so.
Yeah, totally. So I did some sort of gradient, like soft brush highlights on everything to give it a little more 3-dimensionality.
Those look great.
Then I changed the shading to that crazy
Oh, yeah.
color.
Oh,
neon
yeah.
pink.
And I just kind of went ham on everything.
Hell yeah.
Oh, this looks so good.
I love this because it looks like they landed on the island like at the end of the day after some cool pirate shenanigans.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going home now.
Yeah. Or they're like going to the tavern. This is great.
This is awesome.
Yeah, this is the finished product. I ended up really liking it. It also just goes to show you don't have to be good at coloring in order to color things in Photoshop. You could just put colors in and then futz until it's okay.
Yeah, artist hacks.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I felt like I was having a little, this one's for you, past Jacob.
Yeah.
I'm updating all these characters you made, and you would probably love it if you could see it. But you're dead now. Because I am adult Jacob now.
Yeah.
Rip.
Karina, you're up next.
Me up next.
Let's
Okay.
see what you got.
So,
Oh. Oh.
I feel like this swing's a little older. I think I was maybe 8 or 9 when I did this, but my parents found an entire comic book I made called Moonpaw.
That is dedication, an entire comic book.
Yeah, I remember I made a spine for it, even though it was only like 6 sheets of printer paper. I made activity pages for it, and I made comics for it. And the fun thing is that it's just Gatomon. It's Gatomon with Sailor Moon powers.
Oh, yes.
It's my Digimon Sailor Moon ripoff, Moonpaw.
Heck yeah. That
I
rules.
saw this comic and I couldn't not do it. I can read through it real quick. It's
oh,
called
please do.
It's called Ghost Tret.
Great.
And you see Moonpaw in a place, and there's, I believe, garbage cans and some sort of other cat with a knife. And then Moonpaw goes, "Man, a ghost." And then the ghost stabs at Moonpaw, misses, and says, "Darn." And then it shoots some sort of ball at Moonpaw and says, "You'll never get away." Because I knew to like contract "you will," but I still misspelled "you." And Moonpaw gets hit, and then his moon thing glows like in Sailor Moon, and he says, "Why you?" And then the ring comes off his tail, and he says, "Moon swirl disc," and it shoots it and kills the ghost, who says no. And then Moonpaw looks and says yes. And then the final
Looking at us.
A little coy.
Yes.
Yes.
And the final panel says, "Once again, there is peace in the world thanks to Moonpaw."
Wow.
Thank you, Moonpaw.
Thank you, Moonpaw.
Thank
Bless
you,
Moonpaw.
Moonpaw.
Tease in the chat to thank Moonpaw.
I decided to redraw this comic because I thought that would be a lot of fun. And I would like to say, because I don't think we usually include a warning, this one moves really fast, so I think it would constitute as flashing images because I move around the canvas a lot. So just a fair warning. It's kind of a pain to look at. Sorry.
That's fine.
That's okay.
As long as people are warned, it's all good.
Yeah, just a heads up.
Okay, I'll count you in.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so I start off with my thumbnails just to figure out how this is gonna be, and I whenever I don't have like a page plan thing for comics, I just do it in like webtoon format where it's just one long thing because I'm so irritating. So it's gonna be a long thing.
I'm
And
actually
then
super excited to see this process
Yeah, me
because
too.
I've really wanted to see your comic making process before.
It's kind of a mess. I didn't spend terribly long on this, being that it's a comic. I think I spent like 7 hours on this, but
Wow.
yeah. So then I go in and I refine the thumbnails to be more cohesive little sketches. I honestly
Cool.
follow these like really closely in the end product or in the final line art, so that's cool. I got it right this time.
Oh, I love this so much already.
I had a lot of fun with this one. It was very delightful that my parents were able to find Moonpaw. Because I remember making these. I feel like I've mentioned them in an episode before, my like cringy Digimon Sailor Moon baby comics, but it was so fun to get to see them again.
Yes.
So that was my little sketch layer, and then going in and doing some line art. It's just going to be a lot of line art.
Comics take a long time. I don't know if people know this. It's a lot
I
of drawing to make a comic.
Went ahead and stuck the title in there because,
What's a tret?
I didn't fix the words at any point.
Is it treat?
I think it's supposed to be threat.
Oh.
I assumed it's supposed to be threat. Ghost tret.
Ghost tret.
Ghost Tret.
It kind of has like that mistranslation quality to it. Like it would
Yeah.
be from Japan and not quite localized correctly.
Maybe I was onto something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was just fun to refigure out the paneling and the poses.
Oh man, there's so
now
much
that
action.
I'm a smart adult.
I'm just like so fascinated that I can't even think of what to say.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying watching this.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
The poses are like so good. All the poses are so good.
I had a lot of fun with it. I had a lot of trouble with this panel for some reason, so
How dare you have problems with one panel? I was just thinking that I wish I could get to the stage in my life where I could go back to you know, what we used to do as kids, which is just like not thumbnail and just go straight in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like in the scan that I have, you can see like in the first panel, I redrew Moonpaw at least 4 times, and I just drew it hard and erased it.
Yep.
I love when you can see the eraser marks. Like you have
Yeah.
a line that like you have like a horizontal line. It's clear that you like hand drew a line that was just like like completely diagonal down. And then it's like, okay, now I should get a ruler.
Yeah.
And you're
That's
like
what
on a straight
That's what I'm
edge.
sayid. Kid art, it's special. I love
really is.
I love our different flavors of kid art. I feel like I couldn't not do this one because it's just very much it suits me.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah,
like
totally.
I
everyone
didn't
suits
have a
them.
choice.
Super Karina flavored.
Yeah.
for sure.
I'm still this unhinged. And I loved doing it because of that.
It's so interesting because you could show me all of your childhood works, like the 3 of you, and I would have known immediately who did what, even though it was
Absolutely.
so long ago.
It makes me think about how when people are always like, how do you find your art style? It's like, buddy, it was always there, and it's there for you
cannot
too.
escape it.
You cannot escape it. It will chase you your whole. You'll be looking for ways to get away from your art style, and you
Yeah.
won't be able to.
And I never did.
You won't know it's your art style, but then all of a sudden, you'll see it.
I love these halftone shapes.
I love Moonpaw in the first panel walking with like sort of a serious expression, like no one better attack me in this alleyway.
Why are you in an alleyway anyway, Moonpaw? But yeah, my mom really wanted me to color this. She was very delighted by it too. But I decided to stick to the black and white just because
It's so many drawings
Yeah.
already.
it's pretty long.
Oh
I know,
my
you're gonna
gosh.
go home for Christmas and you're gonna have a Moonpaw Christmas tree.
Oh, that's fine.
I
What
kind of
is-
prefer the black and white a lot of
Yeah.
the time, to be
Yeah,
honest.
I think it works. It works fine.
I love that white. We didn't talk about. I was talking over it when it was happening, but that white shine you had coming off of like the forehead moon is so good.
Thank
That
you.
whole panel is like phenomenal.
I love Moonpaw.
I love Moonpaw.
Yeah,
Give
we're
me
all
more
Moonpaw fans now.
I was telling my friend because I was sending her all of these as I was doing them, and I was just like, I feel like I made more Moonpaw because there's like 3 or 4 comics in the scans my parents sent me, but I feel like I made at least 2 books. I need to reboot Moonpaw.
Yeah, bring
Yeah.
back Moonpaw. This is episode 0.
I also love that this is like a one shot. This is also like such a kid move. It's just like, why is Moonpaw being attacked? You don't have to know.
It doesn't matter.
It just they just are.
Yeah. Sometimes you're just in an alleyway.
Sometimes you're just in an alleyway.
Sometimes
this
there's a
is-
threat.
This is where I do my
Darn.
lettering.
Oh, you
Okay,
don't. You'll never get. You see,
Darn was
keep
my
it.
favorite panel. That was the thing that made me do this one.
Man,
So good.
man, a ghost.
I want this as like a full T-shirt print, like an all-over print on a T-shirt.
And here's me being indecisive about my spacing. And yeah, and I tried to do a slow scroll at the end, but this came out so much faster than I thought it would, so it didn't work. But yeah, that's my
I will
comic.
have done one.
Yeah, you'll have to do
It's
it,
happening
please.
right now.
Whoa, look at
Whoa,
it.
Look at
Oh
that.
my god, I love Moonpaw.
Yeah.
I'm so jazzed about Moonpaw
This
right
is
now.
so good.
I had so much fun working on it. It was just delightful to revisit that. Darn.
Darn.
The no and then yes is probably my favorite part.
I
Yeah.
know, that's some writing
Yeah.
genius.
What an argument. Karina, thank you for the gift of Moonpaw.
yes, thank you.
Thank you for watching.
Jacob, before you open my childhood drawing,
Yes.
I should say that, you know, everyone's art is indicative so far of the path that they took as artists. I stumbled into a comedy job And hey, Julia, did you always want to do comedy? Here you go. No.
What is the? Is it crying?
This is a 3-year-old Julia's drawing
Wow.
of some person apparently just like sobbing. I don't know what those circles are other than tears.
It looks like tears.
Wow.
Why is the paper so dirty?
It was probably in my basement in some corner. Little 3-year-old deaf me drawing a very sad but smiling person. And you can see that I attempted to write my name on the right there.
Yeah, that ain't it.
Oh, that's what that is.
But I also didn't know how to spell. So yeah. That's my childhood art.
Incredible.
This looks like what you'd find in a horror game to let you know that the child was being possessed by a demon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or like something that psychologists are gonna pull up like later in some sort of therapy session.
Yeah.
Just like, let's explore this.
Okay, I'm gonna count you in.
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go.
So I tried to keep the pose and the general feel of it. I tried to get as many elements of the original drawing in as possible, just like done properly, I guess, or done with the artistic knowledge that I have now. I wanted to go for one thing, and then I started to go for another, and it landed at neither of those, which is
So
fine.
cryptic.
Which is fine. I'm actually okay with what resulted here.
That's good.
Half of this 7-minute time lapse is me trying to sketch this because I could not get the eyes in the correct place. I was
mean,
really struggling.
That's valid. To me, this is a hard angle.
It's like because it's like slightly up and tilted. But
Yeah.
if you look at the original like childhood drawing I drew, I'm like looking in that direction, but the eye that's on the left of the canvas is higher, so it's kind of like there's a rotation there. So I tried to incorporate that.
And is it a self-portrait, you think?
I think so.
That was you
I don't
crying?
know anyone else at that age. How many people was I interacting with at the age of 3?
Is this a
Do
vampire?
you make yourself a vampire?
No, it does look like that, but I mean. It could be.
You have a fang,
It's the little canines.
Yeah, we all have fangs, Jacob.
but not that long
We
unless
all
you're a
have
vampire.
fangs.
Oh my god,
Jacob,
this is
you've
like
never noticed Julia's many fangs?
this is like Renaissance era portraiture posing.
Yeah, so I at some point was going for like some weird religious like imagery
Oh
sort
my
of
gosh.
thing, and then it didn't go there.
But it did.
This
yeah,
is-
you'll see in the final render
Okay.
that it.
Oh my
that-
god,
Oh,
yeah.
Jesus.
Uh-oh.
That was the easy way for me to cheat away.
Don't look behind you. There's a you.
There's another me.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
the
God.
horror game.
Yeah, I wound up making this very horror.
That can be like your walking horror game. Like you find the drawing and then you turn around.
And you see
And then you
this.
see this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Wow.
This is very creepy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wound up going horror with
I'm
it.
getting jump scared.
I like it.
I was also trying a new like method of working because I wanted to experiment a little bit with how I would render this since I wanted it to be so horror inspired. I wound up kind of abandoning ship pretty quickly. I wanted to work like upwards from black and just get lighter and lighter and lighter and build in stages. But it was taking a very long time, as you can see me futzing with this stupid light source. So you can see that I just went back to white and then worked from there.
That
but
is so valid.
Yeah.
it kind of worked in my favor. I wound up liking the final result, so it's fine. How
Listen,
it
it's
just
all a process.
bumbled around.
This is such a fun interpretation of
Yeah.
your childhood drawing. But in like I mean that in a cool way.
Would childhood Julia like this or be scared of it?
I don't know, honestly.
Who's to say?
Who's to say?
Childhood Julia isn't here to tell us, so we just have to speculate. Oh man,
Yeah.
this is great.
I was 3 at the time of this. There wasn't a lot going on.
Can I just say this is truly a bizarre process you've taken over the course of this drawing.
I think it's cool.
It is cool.
Yeah.
It's just like I haven't understood any of the steps.
I tried to work. I was basically trying to mimic.
Wow.
I was trying to mimic traditional methods, but on digital. But I didn't. I don't know Photoshop brushes well enough to be able to do that for this sort of thing. So I wanted
Yeah.
to work like white pencil or like white charcoal on black paper, like that sort of
Right.
deal. And it just wasn't working. So I wound up doing this like weird half thing.
It's
This
cool.
sort of reminds me of in the intro to Drawfee Variety Hour when you're holding the trophy.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, that's true.
Uncanny.
We just need a trophy in there.
Yeah.
I was trying to channel, and I failed terribly, but I was trying to channel Sam Wolf Connolly, if you guys know his work. He's an illustrator who did a bunch of like creepy pieces. Yeah, he does like some Over the Garden Wall pieces and some comic work, some
Already
Last of
so
Us
much-
work.
Such good texture.
Oh, the
I
tears are
love
cool.
this painterly thing. I've never found a way I like to like do digital painting in Photoshop, so I love watching this process. It's very enlightening.
I can do. I figured out how to mimic like oils, okay, but this sort of
Wow.
like charcoal paper sort of deal was a process to figure out. And you're watching me figure it out on this.
So cool.
That's what these are for, kind of.
Yeah, I was using it to just experiment and play around a little bit. Yeah, I do wind up liking it. It becomes this weird horror. I mean, it started off as horror, but I kind of like the translations because I feel like they're pretty, I mean, relatively one-to-one. This like the pose and the big tears. I try to do those like big Miyazaki tears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like milky looking too.
Yeah, and I wanted them to
Yeah.
have like such a thickness that it would cast a shadow. so you
Remember
could see on the
thickness.
hair. Remember thickness.
Remember thickness.
It's me going in with
The
some
tiles
highlights.
look really cool too.
Oh, also
Yeah.
flashing warning. I should have said that earlier. There you go. It's done. Now I'm doing some push and pull on this color because I wanted to get that that like brownish yellowish newsprint paper that I was working
Yeah.
on.
Oh, cool. Oh.
Get that color.
Oh, so now this is a picture you could find in the horror game later.
Yeah.
Ah. Yeah, this is the one in a frame, like in a broken frame.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cool.
This is really cool.
Yeah, it's
I
so
love
weird.
it.
It is really weird. It wound up being a cross between like it felt like Silent Hill and Annihilation.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
when they find all the footage in the movie of like the past expedition and Annihilation, it was like a cross between those two.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can't wait to add this one to the Avatar pack for Patreon.
Oh my god. Which you can get access to by supporting us on Patreon.
We're all going to be using this one.
Yeah.
It's the mood of 2020.
Yeah.
Can mine just be the walrus?
Yeah,
for
of
my,
course.
I am the walrus. Yeah.
I am the walrus.
Well, this was great. Good job, everyone. I had such a good time looking at the glow ups of the childhood art
Yeah, so fun. I love childhood art.
and capturing the energy.
It's so pure.
I do want more Moonpaw though.
Yeah.
Is the
Okay.
problem now.
Duly
is
noted.
I need to know what other alleys Moonpaw walks down
Yeah. How many other threats could there be?
and what other trends
Sometimes I come in here just so I can trip over them. I'll be like, the kids left their bikes here again.
All right, summer fun's.
Welcome to Drawfee, where we take your dumb ideas.
And make even dumber drawings.
I'm Jacob.
I'm Nathan.
I'm Karina.
And I'm Julia.
And today, we're the stars of our own favorite animes.
We're the
Wow.
B-stars.
We're the B-stars of our own lives. We did a speed draw. It was my idea. I thought we should draw ourselves as self-insert OCs, which means original characters. We're going to put ourselves in
Finally.
our own animes and become the heroes we always meant to be.
Yeah.
I'm excited
We
to
did
see
it.
what all you guys drew. I'm always excited, and I'm excited today too.
Pumped.
Made you all push the recording back today because I was finishing mine.
How dare.
And it's going to be worth it, I bet.
Yeah, I'm
I
going to
hope
be
so.
blown away by this, I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not rushed at all.
No.
Not even a little bit. And with that, Nathan, you're up first.
Yeah.
So let's get you going here. Do you want to say what you did before we start the video?
I did a JoJo.
Yeah.
Disappointed.
I did a JoJo. You gotta know at this
so
point.
downtrodden about
Okay.
doing
I
a
did-
JoJo.
I did a JoJo,
You gave
guys.
the people what they wanted.
Yeah.
Everybody wants it. We've got to,
Nathan, think
we've got to
about
do
this.
more JoJos. Yeah.
It's probably going to be the thumbnail.
Okay.
I think you
That's fair.
probably made the thumbnail with this one. So
I'm excited.
let's get into it. 3, 2, 1, go.
So, people been asking for JoJo's a lot. Obviously, I had to draw myself with a stand, so I had to do
Oh.
2 characters.
That's twice the work.
I put myself in season 4 JoJo, the Diamond is Unbreakable arc, because that's my favorite arc. Granted, at the time of recording this, I haven't seen part 5 yet, but part 4 is so good. It's just like small town silliness. Punch your enemies until they become your friends, sort of.
I do love that. And I love this face, dude. This-
Wow. Carved
no-
that right out like a classical
hardly-
statue.
There's hardly any bearded characters in JoJo. So the only bearded character reference I had was like old man Joseph. And his beard is just that on his face.
Just painted on.
Yeah.
It's just
Um,
makeup.
I did also want to give myself the cool Jotaro hat hair.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
So the hat is also my hair.
Oh, good.
Oh,
The
there
mug.
it is.
So good.
Yeah. My stand is it's got to be Drawfee themed, obviously.
It has to be.
What's it
Oh,
called?
that's so good.
Well, all the stands in that in the season in part 4 are named after bands. Localized because of copyright, the names are changed slightly in the
Sure.
anime.
Mhm.
So I was thinking something like Weird All.
I love it.
Very
Weird
good.
Al.
Yeah. Because we're all pretty weird on here, and
Yeah.
also Weird Al is my favorite musician.
That makes
And-
sense.
I still can't believe he did the intro to Cartoon Hell.
Yeah, that's pretty
But-
rad.
Yeah.
I'll never truly believe that happened.
Weird All, maybe even Wired All. I don't know
Damn.
how far away they had to get to make it. Anyway, I figured my character would be sort of like a rival to the mangaka Rohan. And my thing is that I use digital media
Oh,
instead
shit.
of traditional, and that would be. And again, we'd start off as rivals, but we'd end up becoming friends because that's sort of the ethos. With the exception of like a couple like serial killer characters that are beyond redemption,
Wow.
everyone else
Yeah.
everyone else becomes friends.
I feel like that's So anime too that you would have, because every anime character has like one thing that's their thing. So the fact that you're like, I'm a digital artist. I only draw on the computer. It just feels right.
Yeah.
Maybe you have to accept that, sometimes traditional is good too.
Traditional, I mean, have you seen the way they animate Rohan drawing? It's incredible. It's clearly because I'm intimidated by him that I put on this facade. And of course, after I get defeated by the main characters, I have like my breakdown crying where I plead for their forgiveness, and then we all go out for Italian food.
Hell yeah. Oh, the screen on the belly.
Oh.
So do you just like use your stand to record episodes of Droppy?
Yeah, that's what it seems to be.
This is how I wish it were.
Yeah.
Like most stands have some, I mean, they get pretty weird. Mine, I guess, doesn't have a ton of combat potential. Maybe, I mean, I bet it has something to do with taking dumb ideas and making even dumber drawings. Like if you have an idea and you say it and it's dumb enough, it like manifests maybe.
That's scary.
Oh, this line work is so clean.
This is nice line work, dude. Oh, you're gone. You're back.
Hell yeah.
I was using the Friendin inker nib instead of the brush for these inks.
I do love the nib.
The nib was good. And you're going to see the color scheme. It's going to be reminiscent of when I drew Steven Universe as a JoJo. And yeah,
Ethan, this is so cool.
Yeah, this is rad.
Thank you.
Like, it isn't about the fact that, I think you did this at the last minute, but despite that, this looks fantastic and I'm very impressed by it.
Thank you.
Yeah, you could have just not said it was last minute.
Yeah, I would have never known.
No one would have known.
I need to be honest.
You don't need to be honest.
I went with
you literally don't have to.
That's part of my powers is I have to be honest.
Honesty.
In anime. Anime me is always very honest.
I think that's beautiful. Oh, and you're getting that special shading style.
Ooh.
Yeah. I realize when I draw myself, like for any of these speed draws, when it's a self-insert, I always give myself a beanie and a hoodie. So I figured I'd stick with that.
That is funny because you don't really wear beanies that often.
I only see you
Only in
wear
the winter.
beanies. Yeah, like in the winter, not when you're inside.
I just
on the go.
It's not winter right now, but maybe I'll start wearing beanies again. It's far too hot for a beanie.
Yeah.
Get a summer beanie, dude.
Okay.
A lightweight summer beanie.
Get out of here.
It's my hair. It's my hair in this. So
I don't think it needs to be realistic.
Here I do a bunch of stuff that I don't end up actually using.
Oh, I love that part.
I was trying to make like the wispy. I added too much. I was like, do I want the wispy steam coming out of the mug? Do I want this sort of aura? And so I'm just like, none of my layers are labeled. I'm just messing around with it. I decide
I can see them.
I'm gonna keep the aura on me, but not on the stand, and have the stand sort of like phasing out of me.
That feels right. Yeah.
And there it is. That's me.
So
That's
cool.
So good.
Nathan, excellent job. No one would have known this was last minute if you hadn't told on yourself. You tattled.
Yeah, you're a little snitch.
You're a snitch.
Yourself.
I snitched myself.
You snitched yourself, but you made an awesome piece of art.
Thank you.
And I think it's delightful.
I'm glad I got to share it with you guys.
So cool.
So good.
I'm go now.
Jacob, go now.
I'm
You go
Jacob and
now.
I go now. So for mine, as anyone who knows me probably would have guessed, I wanted to do Haikyuu, my favorite volleyball boys. But I did a little twist.
Much like the boys do in the air when spiking the ball.
Yes.
Zing.
If you watch anime, you know that it's oftentimes the line work is very thin and very clean. And it's kind of like alongside the type of line work I would usually do, very clean. I wanted to challenge myself a bit, so I styled this on the manga
Ooh.
instead of the anime, because the manga is really rough, it's energetic, and I love the look of it. So I wanted to try and do that. So I'm gonna get into it.
Sweet.
I'm so excited to see this.
3, 2, 1, go. All right, so I took a nice pause right at the start.
Yeah.
We'd love to see it.
Collect your thoughts.
Yeah, and then I get right into it. I was using as reference a spiking pose from the manga that I was kind of adjusting a bit here, because I'm not an expert at drawing volleyball poses, you might guess.
Not yet, at least.
Not yet. This is the first one I've ever drawn, but I like the pose a lot because it had
yeah.
cool foreshortening and a lot of like action to it.
Hell yeah.
Oh, you're gonna smack that ball, dude.
Oh, I love the energy of this already.
I'm gonna smack
POV, we are the ball.
Yeah, we are the ball about to get smacked, about to be smashed. And then I wanted to try and kind of emulate the style that the author of Haikyuu does, Furudate, the style that they do eyes, the kind of this like cat-like look to them. It's interesting because the Haikyuu manga has changed visual style drastically from the beginning to now. Like
That's
if you
cool.
if you go back, it like looks totally different just as the art's evolved. So this is closer to what it looks like now, rather than at the beginning.
Hell yeah.
That's fun when like a series has been going long enough that the artist who draws it is like, I'm gonna draw it different.
Yeah, completely different.
Yeah, and like as you go, you can see it happen gradually. But if you just look at like issue 1 and then issue 300 or something, it's wild.
Well, then they become so practiced at drawing volleyball boys
Yeah,
that
totally.
you can't help but change a little bit.
There's the save.
Good.
Nice.
Here's
Glad
the
you
flip.
saved.
Saved it, flipped it.
Nice.
adjust
We
the head.
now know that people will pause it and look at your
Yeah,
file names.
because they did that to me.
Which is criminal. So I'm using a rough inker brush here
Ooh.
to try and match like the inking style of the comic, which like it's truly like you have to look it up after this. It's during action shots, the lines are wild.
Gives it more action.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like to give it
movement.
like motion and like this kinetic energy that I
I
love.
love that.
So and I'm not good at that. So I really wanted to try and like figure out how that do.
It's looking great so far.
So cool.
Thank you. And also, this meant I didn't have to color anything,
Ooh.
Wow.
which is pretty cool.
Oh, this already looks so like manga-esque.
Yeah, I wanted to make it look like it could have been an excerpt from the manga itself. And this actually is a pretty slow speed draw as they go, because it took me about like 2 hours, I think, total. So it's actually, we get to see a pretty good bit of the process here.
Wow.
So Jacob, you think you would be a spiker in the volleyball team? You'd be the ace.
I feel like my trophy persona
Yeah.
would definitely want to hit the ball very hard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
that
point.
sounds about right.
Good point.
Whether or not it was successful, that's another story. Here,
this?
I'm messing with,
Wow.
I was messing with some manga action line brushes. I end up not using any of the pre-made brushes because it wasn't giving quite the right effect, but you'll see as we go here. I spend a lot of time
Wow.
futzing around with this background.
Ooh.
I love that panel break.
Yeah, the panel break
Yeah.
I thought was cool, and I was trying like a gradient that I was going to then do like a screen tone over, but I didn't like that. And then I try some other lines. I end up actually, and you'll see when I get to it in a second here, I end up having to use a technique that Julia has taught us before.
Yeah.
Because I tried the brush to make these horizontal lines,
Oh.
but it looked too like static. I wanted to look like I was
Those are-
jumping up and at.
Those are vertical lines.
So vertical lines. So here I am using the actual pen tool and pads.
Yeah.
There
And
it
you can
is.
See me go through and from that
Oh my
one vanishing
God.
point, make all of the lines.
Wow.
It was more time consuming, but I think that the end effect is better.
It's very satisfying
As it
to watch
tends to
sped
go.
up.
Yeah.
So I figured I would actually
Wow.
take the time to do it. Then this is the exact same way they did it in the manga too. I was trying to shortcut it and I couldn't get the same feel, so There was a part I cut out, a long pause where I had to go over to Julia and be like, how do you do the thing again?
Help me.
Help me. Help me. I am baby.
Yeah, that looks hella good.
Oh, this
Yeah.
looks great.
Then here come the screen tone brushes.
Nice. We love a screen tone brush.
Good.
Oh.
Sweat.
The water droplets.
The sweat. Then I had to go back in with another sketch to get the jersey stuff. I'm on team Droff.
Yay!
Yeah, that's us.
Number 9, I just chose because my birthday is on the 9th.
So is mine.
Yeah, so is yours, I realize now.
Wow.
But
Selfish.
sorry, it's taken.
It's okay. You're my
love
senior.
yeah, I'm your senpai, dude. I love the implication that it means that we're all on a volleyball team together. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, in this
you all
anime.
are- in this anime as well.
Yeah.
Here I pause a while. I even liquefy a little bit because I wanted to adjust the angle on the text a little bit and then fix it up. Then a part I was really proud of is coming up. There's like a special type of shading that's done on the jersey. It's like this big chunky shading, but then it's sort of has like a tone, like you'll see what I mean when I get to it. It's kind of hard to explain. The big chunks are faded out with like action line manga screen tones.
Oh.
So I had to figure out a way to make that work. So right now I'm just chunking in the basic shapes. And then I was happy with what ended up working. I got this brush and then I did like this.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, cool.
Look at
the
you
top.
rotating your canvas.
Yeah, I had to for this.
Nice.
So many skills on display.
Then here I added a little bit of a paper texture to it. And then I
Wow.
warm up the tone a little bit. So it's kind of like you're reading the manga
Wow.
by
That's
lamplight.
so good.
This looks like
yeah.
a Tumblr edit.
And that's the final one. I was really proud of how
That's
it came out.
awesome.
I thought it looked
That
really
looks
cool.
so cool.
That's great.
That's so good.
And I got to try out a lot of things that I'm not normally good at or don't do. So I feel like I learned.
Yay.
What were you gonna have in the word bubble that you ended up getting rid of?
I think it was just going to say something like, I'm going to smash right through or something like that.
Amazing.
I had originally thought I was going to do like more panels and have like a
Oh,
little
wow.
bit of
Oh
a,
my
like a
God.
story bit, but then that was going to take way too much time. And so
Yeah.
I did
Yeah.
this instead. And I'm glad I did. That's it for me. That means it's Karina time.
Oh, God.
Jacob, that was so good.
Thank you. Karina O'Clock.
Okay. Well, I would love to preface this by saying I'm not thrilled with this drawing. Because to my understanding, the prompt was choose your favorite anime. Because if it was just choose an anime you like, I would have chosen something like Gurren Lagann or Paranoia Agent or something visually exciting. But unfortunately, my favorite anime is Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, a show that I wouldn't call beautiful.
I think so far we've chosen our favorite animes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Jojo.
Yeah, that's what I
Jojo's
thought the
mine.
prompt was.
Yeah, you were
that's
correct.
correct.
Yeah, I did my
So
fave.
yeah, so that's what I chose, and it came out exactly the way you thought it would.
Well, I'm excited to see it. I
Yeah.
think it's going to be better than you let on.
I never know.
Do you want me to go ahead and count you in?
Do it.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
So yeah, for me, this was more. Well, I wanted to do a real dynamic pose because you got to get that really over dramatic Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, I don't know if I can actually do that with my shoulder kind of thing going. So
Yeah.
that's what. But for the most part, I just treated this as trying to copy the style, which is not something I feel like I usually do. It's usually a lot more flowing into my own style because I worked as an animator for a while, and one thing I was really bad at was staying on model. So for me, I thought it'd be fun to really try and like nail down the style more than anything.
Oh,
Yeah,
friend.
totally.
So
A little drawing on the left.
yeah. So I just wanted to make it look like it was straight out of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX.
That's what we're supposed to
That's
do.
what we're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really kind of all I did.
All you're doing is
But-
telling us that you did exactly what the prompt was.
I just feel like I need to justify it because it's Yu-Gi-Oh! GX.
Well, anyone who wants to can watch your video where you explain why Yu-Gi-Oh! GX
Yeah.
is objectively the best one.
I have an hour-long video talking about why Yu-Gi-Oh! GX is my favorite anime, but it's not for the art, I'll tell you that much. So yeah, and one thing I had to figure out going into this is who my character in my Yu-Gi-Oh! GX self-insert would be, and that was kind of hard because, you know, it kind of revolves around what kind of deck you play, and the only decks I know how to play are Yu-Gi-Oh! GX character decks, which
Well-
I can't have the same deck as Chaz or Jesse Anderson. That would be weird. So what I came up with was the only other deck I know how to play, which very predictably is a Blue Eyes deck.
Yes.
But also in the anime, only Kaiba has the blue eyes. So I think my character in this is that I am a villain of the week and I have stolen Kaiba's deck and Chaz Princeton needs to teach me a lesson.
Hell yeah.
Also, I had to draw a dual disc with accuracy, so that was fun. I
Yeah,
love
that's
it.
You're an incredibly skilled burglar to be able to steal probably one of the most
True.
highly guarded decks in the world, but then you still lose at battling to
Yeah.
To a guy named Chaz.
Yeah. And then we become friends.
Yeah.
Because he's my favorite.
You have to learn to play with your own deck because the heart of the cards is only in the deck
Yeah.
that's yours.
Yeah. I just stole this plot from an episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX where
did someone?
someone steals Yugi's deck. So this
Oh.
is just the spiritual sequel where I steal Kaiba's deck. Me.
But also, Kaiba kind of loves it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, are you dating Kaiba? Did you steal his
No,
deck?
I'm a student.
Okay.
Kaiba's like 29 by the time GX is around. I can't date him.
Fair enough.
That was
okay.
a stupid question.
That was a
sorry.
very dumb question. I can't believe I asked that. I'm sorry.
But yeah, so this was just a lot of me doing very felt like very clinical line work because I just wanted to make it look like Yu-Gi-Oh! GX.
Yeah, I mean, you got to match the style.
Yeah, a lot of dramatic fabric folds, a lot of accuracy with that dual disc. Also, I gave myself, because in GX, a lot of the main characters can see dual spirits. And I thought, might as well make it so that I can also see dual spirits. Like, I deserve that. So here's my dual spirit. 'Cause this is one of the cards in my Blue Eyes deck. This is Kid Moto Dragon.
Oh,
If it gets sent to the graveyard, I can special summon a dragon card from my hand. So,
and you know it's going to be Blue Eyes.
and that's how you use it. So, yay. That's
Amazing.
my buddy.
I love
And for this one, I do something I don't usually do, which is just pure cell shading. I usually slap on a multiply layer and pick one shadow color. But for this one, I dropped everything and painted it as I went. So
Wow.
that was tedious, but also fun.
The style seems very like not you. So kudos to you for
Yeah.
trying to
Like I
wrangle
said, this is just, if nothing else, a little challenge to me because I've never been good at following a style. When I worked at a studio, I would always need revisions, and I felt bad. Sorry, directors I've worked with, but yeah, I just wanted to kind of see if I could get it close. I feel like I've definitely approximated at least someone trying really hard to copy the Yu-Gi-Oh! Like style.
Yeah, I'd say definitely.
Yay.
It's also just so fun to watch you do like clean lines, like really clean lines.
That's true.
Because I don't think I've ever seen you do really clean lines before. Like
I
the
don't
same
I don't
line.
really like doing clean lines, so this took a little bit of effort. I feel like this was one of those drawings that made my back hurt a little. but it was fun.
That's what
It
happens
was
when you
fun
do
to
art
do.
sometimes. Your whole body hurts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes you just tense up so hard.
Yep.
Art's painful.
Mine made my back hurt looking at the pose that I put my back in
Yeah.
the drawing.
Not a pose you could emulate in real life.
No.
I did have a fun time figuring out which way the thumb points because I never know. And trying to put my arm back like that and being like, oh no.
That's not how it works.
Moto Dragon looks like someone like tried to draw a realistic version of like Patamon? Which one?
Patamon? The little picky boy?
It's kind of got Patamon vibes with the little wingies.
Okay. And for the background, I just wanted to make it look ugly because that's what Yu-Gi-Oh backgrounds look like. Had a little glow on the, because he's a spirit, and then I put a lot of dots and then decided it was too many.
God, I could see this image being a wall scroll.
I put just a black overlay because they like to do that sometimes for no reason. Yeah, and that was my thing.
Beautiful.
I think
good.
it turned out really great.
Yeah.
Also, I gave myself one glove.
Of course.
Good.
Because I only wanted one. But yeah, so
I think it's
nothing
awesome.
too exciting.
But you captured like the
you.
style you were good. That was like the whole point of the exercise
Yay.
was to do it in the style of the dang thing, and you did.
Yeah, here's me after I stole Kaiva's deck and Chaz Princeton's about to duel me to teach me I was wrong.
And then maybe
just-
after you graduate, you can date Kaiba.
Maybe.
Maybe. He respects you now.
Yeah.
Because you're the only person who was able to steal his deck.
Yeah, low-key was pretty impressed by that. But yeah,
Nice. Great job,
so
Karina.
good.
thank you.
Julia,
Yeah.
I'm really excited for this one.
Yeah,
And I want to preface the preface
Okay.
and say that Julia's speed version is instead of 7 minutes, 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And there's a good reason for that, Julia. Do you want to share the amount of time you worked on this?
Okay, so I spent 10 hours and 23 minutes on mine.
Wow.
So what happened with mine, so I did Violet Evergarden, which is my favorite anime. Here's the problem with doing Violet Evergarden. It's by Kyoto Animations. And if you know anything about Kyoto Animations, is that everything they make is beautiful. They're also the people who did A Silent Voice and just a whole bunch of other ones. And I went to Google and I wanted to see how they made backgrounds. And of course, the first video I found was just like, Violet Evergarden changed how animation is made. So I was like, uh-oh.
Now you do it.
Now you do it. No biggie.
Just change how animation is made.
So I tried my best to do it kind of how they do it
Oh my
because it was
God.
taking 10 and a half hours. I started taking shortcuts somewhere along the way
God forbid you didn't work for 20 hours.
because I had to learn a new program for mine. Jacob, do you want to start?
I'll get in. I'll get in it. 3, 2, 1, go.
Julia, is this Blender?
Yeah. So the way
Julia.
What?
Like, I knew I was going to get flexed on because I saw how long it took you before I even did mine. So
yeah.
I knew, but I wasn't expecting this.
Julia, when did you learn how to use Blender?
You're watching me learn Blender.
Oh my god.
In real
dude.
time.
I learned how to do a little bit of Blender like 10 years ago, but that was it. But this is just me basically learning from the beginning again. When I looked up how Kyoto Animations did the backgrounds, it looks like they did a lot of 3D modeling. Like they make all the typewriters and mechanical things are done in some sort of 3D modeling program, and then they paint like all the characters on top. And I think they might do textures and paintings in the 3D software, but God, I did not want to figure that one out, so I wound up just painting over it.
I mean, this is like a good thing that a lot of people do. Like, I know this is something you can do with like clip paint and stuff where you can, you know, or like even just SketchUp, I think is one of them where you can model your backgrounds and then just draw over it.
Yeah. And that's
That's
basically what I
real smart people do.
Yeah, and I also wanted to test it to see if I could do this for like, another season of Draw Detectives, like maybe model 3, so it'd be easier. Maybe if I'm faster, I'll do it.
Absolutely wild to me. Wow.
This is not what you expected to see when you came into this episode.
No, Julia continues to
Flex.
fully push the envelope, and wow.
I've been wanting to learn anyway, so I just used it as an excuse to finally do the dang thing.
What
Hell
is
yeah.
Violet Evergarden about? It's the only anime that I don't of the ones. It's not the only anime. It's the only anime of the 4 we chose that I'm not familiar with.
It's about this girl who spends her essentially whole life in a war, and she's like very broken by it. And it's about her learning emotions through being a like a kind of like a typewriter for people who are illiterate. And so she writes people's letters, but since she doesn't know what emotions are, she's not very good at it. So every episode is just her kind of going through therapy. And it's absolutely beautiful. And every episode will make you cry. It's just a beautiful show.
Yeah, if you want to cry a lot, it's good to watch.
Yeah. So yeah, and they have this like kind of Victorian style. So what I decided that my character would be in this show is I would be like the repair person.
Hell yeah.
Because there's so many like mechanical things around. Like Violet got both of her arms taken off in the war, so they get replaced by these beautiful like mechanical ones. So I thought that I would be like the repair person for those mechanical limbs and maybe like some typewriters.
Like a Winry.
Yes. Like a Winry.
That's a different anime.
So now this is me figuring out the lighting. I already had a sketch that I very quickly drew. And then I didn't like the spacing. I thought the room was too long. So I moved everything in.
So it actually took you more than 10 hours because you did a full sketch before you started in
The
Blender.
sketch took me like a minute though.
No, of
I
course
really just
it did.
scribbled it. So I've loaded it into Photoshop now, and I'm gonna paint over it. Like Karina said, some artists do this as just like an easy way to lay it out.
Yeah,
it's a tool.
Cheat.
I had to go back in, make a copy of the thing, and then play with some of the levels so I could see some of the light better and some of the edges.
But you're getting
Background
perspective,
in my
right?
drawing is the color green.
Jacob
I
did tell
purposely did the ugliest.
Jacob did say, because I told him basically that I was spending a lot of time in the background, and he was like, "How did you make a character challenge into a background challenge?"
You always do that, though.
I
This is
always
just
do
par
this.
for the course. I don't know why that's a question.
I was just like, but it seems to stretch further every time. This
Yeah,
time it was
like-
Let
Julia do her background thing.
Your
Someone's gotta.
persona, you drew an entire
None of us
like,
did a
wash
background.
repair shop. Now
Yeah.
you have to do this like
Julia
insane angle.
has to pick up the slack for the rest of us. None of us did a background this time.
Yeah, it's because who wants to do that? It sucks.
Julia does.
We get to draw some anime characters. Julia, I gotta
Hasn't
gotta
even
learn
drawn her
Blender.
character.
Off to the old background minds. Yeah, her character's still not here at all.
No, my drawing of my character like starts at like minute 7 or 8 out of 10,
God.
and lasts about a minute. So now I'm just blocking in all of like I tried to like chunk all the like the things in since I could use the pen tool, and then I would go in and like paint to make everything look a little softer because
Yeah.
everything looks very hand painted and there's a lot of textures in that anime. The backgrounds are gorgeous in that show. So, and there's
Just
usually a lot of
imagining
emphasis on it.
you working on this, and Jacob comes to you with like, "Can you show me how to do?
Can you show me how to do a vanishing point, please?
I gotta make straight lines.
I have to make some lines for my background, which is gonna be some lines."
I had come in after 45 minutes of drawing and was nearly finished. Listen, we're all different people.
Yeah. So now I'm trying to get those textures in there
Yeah.
and really focus on that lighting. Again, the show loves some good lighting. So I went in
Yeah,
and
there's lots of
I
like bloom and
yeah, lots of bloom. It's just a gorgeous show. I
It's
chose a
like-
very complicated show.
I appreciate this
Should have
because
chose Yu-Gi-Oh! GX.
sometimes I'll see like other people's art and I'll be like, oh, maybe I should try and, be able to do this. But like, I appreciate this one because I'm never gonna do anything like this ever. And I'm never gonna do anything like this. So it's just like, okay, cool. Like this is something you could do if you wanted to.
I was putting in the
Yeah.
floorboards.
oh,
Nice.
of course,
That's the line.
the
Can't
floorboards.
not put them in.
They put the floorboards in. I had to put the floorboards in. Okay, so again, they
Then
do.
she deleted it.
Yeah. That was
Yeah, I
the
get-
first draft.
They do a lot of rug patterns,
Oh my God.
and that they superimpose. You can see that they kind of just like squish it in there. So that's what I did.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here I come.
Oh, there's Julia.
Here I am. Oh,
A
that's me
background
looking at all
can
my
be a character.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not
Yeah.
for this challenge.
It's like in JoJo where that one character whose stand is just a boat. Julia's stand is this entire room.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, it's like Violet Evergarden either does very close up shots of a face or just like the person is only a small portion of the frame and it's a lot of beautiful background.
Yeah, it is very like in keeping with the show.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
recommend this show to anyone who wants to be sad for a
In
while.
a good way, though.
But like in a good way. It
If
really is just watching someone go through therapy and it's a truly wonderful.
I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yeah. You finally sold me.
It's
I-
also short.
Yeah.
Ah.
It is
It's
short.
like I don't know about you guys, but there's like sort of a creeping sadness all the time
yeah.
in 2020, and so
Yeah.
it's nice
Mhm.
to have something that like presses the release valve.
You will get it'll hit the catharsis button.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Okay.
I get that for sure.
You'll
Gotta
do a
add
big
these
cry,
things.
and you'll feel better.
So, two small things is that something that Kyoto Animations loves to do is they love to put a nice, like warm color bounce light on things. So I put like a bounce on like my hair and the skin and the clothes, and then because they're like painted onto a cell and the backgrounds are done, I'm guessing digitally or they're printed out or whatever to make it work. I had to blur it and put like a slight texture over it. Yeah, I just did that. So that
Nice.
it kind of like recedes into the background a bit.
Wow.
So that it has that painterly feel.
Jesus, Julia.
Really, wow. I love you're back to the entire room that you made. It was like,
No biggie.
not interested in it. Look at this hand though.
Nice.
I'm
gotta-
putting it on a shelf.
Got to put it up on the shelf.
This
God,
rules.
Truly wild to watch that whole process.
That was
If I may ask an artist process question, because I did watch you do a lot of the Draw Tectives background, and I've seen you like lose your mind over a vanishing point and if a corner's in the right space.
Yeah.
How was this like a really good process for you?
Yeah, I mean it was a lot less like logistics, trying to figure out how certain shapes would
Yeah.
work, a lot less like, planning out, like doing all of the steps that you have to do, like doing cylinders in perspective from a drawing. You have to start with a series of squares. So this let me kind of like bypass that, and I feel like if I use Blender a little bit more, I'll get faster at it and it might be worth
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Yay.
yeah,
very cool to
learning new
watch.
things live on the Drawfee program.
This was
There
me
she
learning
goes.
Blender. You guys saw me learn Blender as I went.
That
looks
also means
fucking cool.
you, the viewer, can learn Blender
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just
Anyone
saw
can
it
learn
happen.
Blender.
Believe in yourself.
If you have 10 hours,
Yeah.
pick an anime and
Yeah.
then draw a background from it.
Do
If
all
I
that
can do
Blender.
it with the pressure of knowing that a lot of people are going to see it, and while recording my screen and having that
Yeah, the
knowledge
whole
that this time
process.
is going, you can do it.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Cool.
Well, I think we all did an excellent job on this. Julia
Yeah.
won,
Yeah.
but I think we all did great.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments if you have other like speed draw type suggestions you'd like to see us do.
I mean, at some point, you guys all have to draw yourselves as JoJo's as well. I already did that, so I can just host that episode. But
Only if the rest of you draw yourself in Yu-Gi-Oh style.
Oh my god. We
Oh,
have so many
no.
things we have to
Yeah,
do.
really
Well,
break your brain.
Only if everyone does Violet Evergarden with the use of Blender.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do all of it.
Oh my god, please no. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to Drawfee if you haven't already and click of the like.
click of the like, click of the bell.
Go to our Patreon, patreon.com/Drawfee, and if you want to support us, that's the good way to do it.
Yeah.
Yay.
We've also got merch. You can buy that. Links in the description. That's it, baby.
And we stream on Twitch.
And we stream on
Yeah,
Twitch.
Do it all.
Twitch.tv/Drawfee show.
Yeah.
We're
Yay.
sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry. Julia, don't say sorry.
Oh, I take it back.
Thank you.
Welcome to Drawfee, where we take your dumb ideas.
And make even dumber drawings.
I'm Jacob,
I'm Julia.
I'm Nathan.
And I'm Karina.
and today we're finally doing it. If you're a part of our fan
happening.
family,
It's happening.
you know that KZ has been requesting for the past eternity in a myriad of ways.
I think they've been suggesting this since before the channel started.
I think so too. I think they came out the womb screaming this. They wanted us to draw our personas, and we finally did it. And not only did we did it, but we did it as a full speed draw episode, maxed out, full
Yeah.
on.
I'm expecting 4 very sincere drawings again, much like the Sonic OC's episode.
That's what I've
Yes.
prepared.
Yeah.
Gotta.
Up first, we've got our boy Nathan in the lead spot.
Hi. I'm here to set the tone for the episode. Just sort of a very standard persona, I felt.
Can you tell us what
So-
animal you went with?
Well, a fun thing I learned, because I did a little bit of Googling, because I
Ooh.
wanted to make sure I understood personas, is that it doesn't have to be a real animal. You can make a hybrid animal.
What?
Mm-hmm.
No one informed me of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, personas can have like wings and be
Personas can be anything.
personas can be anything. So I combined 2 animals and I made a puppy sloth.
Oh boy.
A puppy specifically. And
Yeah.
sloth.
All right, let's get into it. I'm gonna count you in. 3, 2, 1, go.
So my thinking for this was to not necessarily make it me, because personas are like an alternate persona for yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
persona.
So and personas have like edgy teen energy to them.
Yes.
And I think I've told this story before on the program about how when I was a teen, I briefly considered getting UFO pants.
Yes.
Yes, we have talked
And
about it.
so this persona is the me if I had gotten the UFO pants.
Oh
my God. Too powerful.
I was about to say, this is these pants shapes.
Yeah.
This is a throwback
Yeah.
to that exact conversation.
Yeah, I mean, again, I feel like personas, all
Got
the
a
images
sword?
of personas, I have a sword. Of course.
What?
By the way,
It's a fantasy self. You can
Yeah,
make yourself
true.
anything, so why not give yourself a sword? I felt like if I got into UFO pants, I probably also got into swords.
this is the Nathan wants to be.
This is
sword.
the teen Nathan I
Trip
could have
pants.
become if I had
Yeah.
the self-confidence.
Also a hybrid animal.
Yeah.
What is that like a vest?
Yeah, it's like a vest over a hoodie.
Like a formal vest. I love it.
I imagine it's like a cutoff sort of situation. This
Yeah.
Nathan's a little punked out.
I'm a little, I'm a goth sloth.
Yeah, dude.
A gloth.
A gloth, as they're called.
Shout outs to the gloths in the chat.
I don't know. I just wanted to make something that looked like when you Google Fursona, it could show up in the search results.
Well, you
Yeah.
are. You're winning.
Yeah.
You're doing it.
That's what I was thinking, like, from the moment you started drawing, was like, this looks exactly like a fursona.
So
Yeah.
before this started, I had to Google Fursona because I have not seen many. I've missed the boat on what Fursonas are. And
Wow.
yeah, this is like a lot of what I saw. Just your Fursona has clothes compared
Yeah.
to the ones that I saw
I
on
mean-
Google.
A lot do.
Yeah, some do.
Yeah, just
It's sort of a fashion exercise. You can
Yeah.
have as much or as little clothes. I know there are different sort of philosophies on Fursonas.
Schools of thought.
They're all like a little horny. Even the ones that aren't explicitly, they all just sort of have those like horny anime eyes.
Yeah, there's a
little bit.
there's a vibe. There's an energy.
And it just reminded me of being a teen, just looking at the drawings. And so I was like, if I had designed myself a fursona when I was a teen, it probably would have looked something like this.
that's a fair way to look at it.
Yeah.
But I gave myself the beard so that it would be recognizable to the fans, even though as a teen,
I feel like most teen boys draw themselves with a beard for some reason.
I don't think I did. But again, this is like a hybrid teen me and now me and the teen me that I could have been, but was not.
That's beautiful.
Hybrid,
Thank
two
you.
animals, future and past.
Nathan, Days of Future Past.
Goth but sloth.
Yeah.
And also
With a sword. And also sword. I feel like I'm the least intimidating holding a sword of anything.
I like that.
Yeah,
little
they
note.
don't.
Live your pants dreams.
I couldn't fit. UFO pants are crazy. They just
Yeah.
have flaps and bits hanging off, and I was like, I don't know.
I commend you for doing this much.
Yeah, really.
Thank you. I'm not a fashion guy.
Well, neither are teens, so I think you nailed it.
I had UFO pants and they had belts that went like X across both legs. And I was like, this is not practical.
Damn. But
Yeah,
it
how do
was
you-
cool.
But it was cool. It was a look.
Yeah.
Those aren't pants that you want to get like stuck in an obstacle course with, you know?
Oh, this is such nice line art.
Yes,
You're not
thank
going to an obstacle course if you're wearing UFO pants.
true, but
You're
what if
going
I
to
did
the mall
paintballing?
only.
What if I did paintballing, man?
You wear different pants to
Or
At the
paintball.
laser
mall?
tag.
It's-
Fair.
It's paintball, not paint mall.
Hey.
Exactly.
Nathan, this
That's
looks
what-
so clean.
Thank you.
It looks so clean, and I love these big old shapes.
You know, I'm not really innovating on my style at all here. I just sort of wanted to make a sincere attempt
Yeah.
at a design.
Yeah, man.
You're doing
It's
it.
a persona.
It's not particularly interesting pose.
Oh,
but
I see. It's Joker colored, your pants. Oh, no, you fixed it. Okay.
Dial it back.
I mess around with the colors a little bit.
Yeah.
Nathan, I can say that simple and clean is the way that you're making me feel tonight.
Got him.
Oh, the white outline.
Yeah, right.
Oh, that really.
God, you captured the vibe so
Yeah.
directly that I feel uncomfortable.
That was what I was going
You
for.
did
Yeah.
such a good job. My God. I wonder if you can do that game where you can Google, like, you know, it like the Sonic OC thing again, where you'd like put in your name and Sonic OC and then you see
Yeah.
what comes up. Because this would definitely be added to like that Google roster if you Googled Nathan.
Yeah.
Nathan persona.
Yeah.
This is Nathan Fursona.
I think the goal of this episode should be to get this on the top.
Let's go, guys.
I don't know how we go about that, but we have to do it.
Everybody post this on your social media with the caption Nathan persona. And that's it.
Please get this drawing trending. Oh no.
Hashtag.
I just want the other Nathans out there, if they're like wondering, like what maybe I should get into having a persona. They can pull up Nathan persona.
Yeah, use this as a template.
This is
for
every
yours.
Nathan's persona.
Nathan, it's beautiful. I think you did a
I
wonderful
love
job.
it.
Thank you.
And it is truly so sincere.
Yeah. That's what I was going for.
This is so good. The colors all work so well together.
Thank you, Julia.
Great work on
So
this.
much teen energy.
Yeah.
I'm going to be up next.
Okay.
Jacob
Wow.
persona time.
Okay.
Yay.
So I decided to go. I originally thought I was going to go like capybara, like my standard animal choice. But
Right.
I wanted something a little sexier, a little edgier.
Sexier than a capybara?
Nonsense.
Impossible.
Those
So-
series of sugar cubes stacked on top of each other wasn't sexy enough?
Yeah, they're not sexy. I don't think anyone would call them sexy. But you know what animal can be sexy? A hyena.
Oh.
Oh.
And they're also kind of like the punk rock shit posters of the animal kingdom.
True.
And so I wanted to do me as a hyena in kind of an edgier looking pose. And for some reason, this one came out so fast that I feel like I didn't really do it.
Yeah.
I was done in like
Oh.
an hour flat, and it was exactly how I
Nice.
wanted it. So
I know I was working on mine and I saw you like go, you had your warm-up sketches, and then you were like really in the zone for a while and you were like, okay, I'm done. I'm gonna go hang out in the living room. I
Damn,
was like, what
Jacob. The
happened?
persona entered your body.
it did. So I'm just going to get
It
started.
was waiting to get out.
Yeah, I've released it unto the world, and now I will release it unto you in 3, 2, 1, go. So you'll notice I did a little thumbnail for this
Whoa.
one.
Wow.
I
Oh,
wanted
look at
to
that.
figure out a sort of pose situation ahead of time because I've been seeing all the people on Twitter do like the 6 fan art things, and I
Mhm.
like how they kind of emerged from a panel.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to do an emerged from a panel style. So this sketch right here ends up being the one, and it takes me
Oh,
for
look
some
at
reason
this.
it just felt right from the get go.
I mean, that
It's that
face.
classic Jacob angle.
Yeah,
This
I
is
love
just
it.
your gym sona, but as a hyena.
Yeah, it kind of is.
That's
Also,
kind of
this
what a
hand,
persona is.
I was very proud of this hand because that was just straight off the dome, and also this skull. There was no reference involved here. Things just came out today.
You're doing a Hamlet?
Yeah, I'm doing a Hamlet. Well, the assumption here is that I probably ate someone.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're one of those. Furries.
Hyenas, like, they pick over bones and stuff, and they take what's left. And I like that. You know, they don't want to do all the work. They're willing to sweep in at the end and be like, I'll just take whatever's left.
Oh, is that a little Drawfee mug on your shirt?
Yeah, I'm wearing a droppy shirt and my jean jacket.
Nice.
Aw, what's the Drawfee Mugs persona?
That's a good question. I don't know the answer to that.
Audience.
Mola mola fish.
I'm using
Ooh.
I don't know what that is. I'm using a new brush this
It's
time.
the big stupid fish, the really big one that's really stupid and has no natural predators.
All
Thank you,
right.
Karina.
It's the big stupid fish, if you're wondering. I found this fun, really textured inking brush that I really was
Ooh.
digging. It's if you
Ooh.
have the Kyle Mega Pack, it's the Brayer Control 2.
I'll have to try this one out. I like it.
And I really was digging on how it was looking. I did some Julia eye fold techniques
Yeah.
that I learned from Julia.
Some wrinkles.
Yeah, which I like that sort of vibe.
It's so scrunchy.
Also, weirdly, I didn't zoom in a lot in this one while I was inking, and normally I zoom in like so far.
The persona took over your body.
It did, yeah.
This wasn't you drawing. This was the hyena.
I don't know what happened.
I also, as artists do, I'm fixating on one detail that I'm really liking how you did. The back ear, like the ear coming at us in that shape, that like forced perspective, and then that ear in the back just like going, like receding. Very good.
Thank you.
Those look so good together.
And
Really
once
cool.
again,
these
the
nails.
hand I was very proud of.
Yeah, damn.
Damn, this is so B-stars.
I was, of course, I was going to say that, Karina. I was thinking about B-stars more than I was thinking about Fursonas. Because I like those guys.
B-Stars, aka Fursonas the anime.
Yeah. But they all wear clothes and they have kind of a cooler vibe to them. I just want to be a B-star.
Don't we
Why
all?
can't
You-
I be a B-star?
You are now.
Yeah.
After this, you are. You did it. You succeeded.
I have become B-star.
This is so cool.
Yeah. I love the turn of the skull. Like you're looking at the side of it. Because I think I would be tempted to have me looking in like the face of the skull, which wouldn't look as good to like the viewers of the piece.
Yeah, this one was all about style. I
Yeah.
really wanted to just do something that looks stylish.
Ooh, this
Um,
palette.
It's like you're whispering into the ear of the skull.
I ate you, sucker.
Yeah, gotcha.
What's it like to be et by me?
Jacob, this palette is beautiful.
Thank you. I'm also doing a thing here that I learned from Julia again, which is that I'm picking colors and then going into the color picker and adjusting the red balance of the color to give everything a reddish tint,
I'm so proud.
which is an easy way
Oh.
to get colors to kind of all work well together. And then
Yeah.
I could have the yellow of the eye and the teeth pop more because it's not
Composition.
in
Yeah.
the palette.
This hits like another specific furry aesthetic, at least in my opinion, of like old school like paint boards. What do you call them? Where it's just like MS Paint but online.
Oh yeah, like the Oakaki.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Feels
remember
like
those.
that. Hey.
I haven't thought about that in so long.
It
I don't know
entered
what
your
that is.
Neither
body.
do I.
I remembered that I used to be like jealous of the people on those boards because they were so good
Yeah.
at working with such limited tool sets.
But now that's you.
I'm the Oakaki now.
These are such good shapes.
Yeah.
Thank
Love
you.
these shapes, Jacob.
Thank you.
I feel like you went really angular with this one.
I
which is
did.
A little unusual
I
for
was
you.
trying some things.
Yeah.
Ooh, what brush is that?
This is actually, you remember Dave Greco, who was on our stream that one time?
I do remember Dave Greco, who was
He-
on our stream
he's
that
got
one time.
a really good brush set you can download for free
Oh, damn.
if you Google Dave Greco brushes. And he's got a brush that's just called like the Dave Greco main brush. And for like anything painty, I've just been using that because it's like so versatile and easy to use.
That's great.
Now you're going to see a lot of flashing colors, and I apologize.
What is this? What are you doing?
I
Hello?
was playing around with gradient maps because I had never messed with them before.
Okay.
So I just wanted to see like how it would look with a bunch of different gradient maps on it. I don't end up going with any of them.
I've seen some cool
Valid.
stuff though.
This is just like a music video you did at the end for us.
Yeah, pretty much. I do a little bit of color balancing to give it sort of to push it a little more purpley, a little cooler tone, just ever so
Ooh,
slightly.
yeah. I like that.
And then I do a lot of other stuff that I don't end up keeping too. So you can watch all that happen as well.
Hell yeah.
Lots of gradients. I mess with the curves a bit. I was really just messing with the tools. And you know I had to do it to them.
Rim lighting.
Rim lighting.
We love to see it.
I felt like it needed some sort of like color pop to really like bring the face out. So
Yeah, because it gets so dark up there, you lose the nice line quality a little bit, but it does look good. The black on the background. It's highlighted. Good. Compromise. Wow. All right.
Look at the dancing curves.
just
Yeah.
ignore the curves, ignore the colors. I don't end up
That's just
keeping
the
that either.
persona entering your body.
Exactly. I was just having fun. Get a little,
I'm having fun watching. Oh, cool signature.
Nice. Wow.
that up there.
Do not steal.
I was super happy with this one, and like I said, it came out in like an hour, and I felt like I hadn't done anything, so it doesn't even feel like I drew it.
You didn't draw it.
I
Jacob,
did
how does
try.
it make you
Your
feel
persona drew it.
that your initials are JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
I've been hearing that a lot from people, and I never thought about it until I put my initials on the drawing. I posted on Twitter, and I got a bunch of replies. And I'm
Dude.
like, oh no. But yeah, this
Wow.
is my boy.
So cool.
That's great.
Very cool.
Thank you. Up next, we got good old Karina.
Oh, that's me.
I've never called you good old Karina before. That
Yeah,
felt weird to say.
that was a weird choice you made, Jacob.
Yeah.
But
I take it back.
yeah.
You can't unring that bell.
So for my persona, I went basic as hell and I did a cat. And I did it kind of sincerely, but it was a little too sincere that it circled back to stupid. You're welcome.
That's the most sincere.
Yeah.
Should I count it in?
Get it rolling.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
So yeah, it's me, but it's a cat. And I drew a whole thing, and then I don't go with this drawing. I guess I was just figuring out what it would look like. And I decided I wanted to do something stupider.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Nice.
baby.
And I chose a cat because this is how I sit when I game.
Look at it tumbling around.
Yeah, I cross my legs when I'm laying
the
down.
perspective lines.
And I've been roasted for it. And I'm like, sometimes your persona enters your body.
You're definitely like terraforming your Animal Crossing island
Yes.
in this position.
Maybe I am.
Oh, it's good.
So here's where I do that cool thing where you like refine it too much and decide no. Because I was like, oh, it looks kind of weird. So I tried to like do it more seriously, but then I realized I kind of preferred the way the initial sketch looked. And then
Yeah.
I
I
just
feel
deleted
that.
everything.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, the initial
Circled
sketch had
right
so
back.
much character.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the art process sometimes.
Yeah,
Sometimes you
sometimes.
do a lot of
Yeah.
drawing and just get rid of it.
Yeah, sometimes you overwork it. Also, no one be weird that I drew my persona's feet. I swear to God.
If any of you be weird about this, you're not allowed to watch the channel anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will find you.
Feet are normal.
Yeah, we all have them,
Especially for Sona.
especially personas.
His face is so
Yeah,
good.
I love this crooked mouth.
I wanted to do like a cool persona with like a sword or something. And then I was like, man, I got to draw my persona. I want to terraform my Animal Crossing island. Let's just do it, I guess. Also, this pause is where I left the room to get my Switch for reference.
Spend so much time looking at it, but
You
you
never
ever
look
really
at the
see it?
back.
Yeah.
I'm
What's
always
even
looking
back
at
there?
my reflection in the screen while it's loading and going, why?
Gotta stare at my own haggard face.
It's a little cat switch.
Adorable. His hands. They're so pretty.
Yeah. I figured if I was a cat, I'd have big meaty paws.
Yeah.
Developing the strength of all that button pushing.
Yeah, from playing People Crossing.
Th-
Blech.
Our cats have been trying to game recently. So this
Oh.
feels relevant.
Yeah, I've become one with your cats.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you are Beastars Volume 1.
But yeah, and gotta have my big comfortable clothes. Much like my gym Sona, this does just kind of reflect what I've been up to in the moment. And what I've been up to is I've left my house for 20 minutes in the past 3 weeks. So like, this is just how it is now.
Human
Wonderful.
stars. Amazing.
the
Karina,
detail.
as per usual, I have to commend you on just busting out a wild anatomy position to tackle.
Thank you.
It like makes sense, and yet it's such a jumble of limbs.
I didn't even check. I didn't redline this or anything. But like I said, this is kind of how I sit when I game. So
Right. So you know how it
it's
works.
it's in my soul.
Yeah.
It's also how cats do a little curl up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
that's
true.
why I chose the cat. I was like, man, it's a little too close to home. Yeah, I feel like I was kind of suffering over which animal to choose. But I was like, cats are the one animal I look at and go, yeah, same. And since personas are kind of an idealized version of yourself in some sense, I decided to wear a yellow hoodie because an ideal
Ah.
version of myself would wear more yellow.
That's such like a specific thing.
But it's
I didn't
true.
know that.
But it's true.
You want to wear more yellow.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I don't.
What's stopping you?
I don't know.
Well, we support you. If you decide
Yeah.
you want to wear more yellow, we'll be like,
Thank
hell
you.
yeah, that looks great.
I'll be sure to notice whenever you wear yellow.
If we
If I
ever
ever
see each
get-
other again.
see you in person, yeah.
imagine. Next time you see me, I'll be wearing yellow.
Yeah,
Just
lately
like
I just
my persona.
I go around my apartment and when I see Joy asleep in any position, I say I wish that were me out loud. At least once a day I say that I wish that were me.
Yeah, it's true. He does.
Because they don't know anything's wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just
Olive
chilling.
always thinks something's wrong, to be fair. She's a little anxiety cat.
But yeah.
I
Love
love,
that you
like-
detailed the cover.
Yeah,
That's fair.
just the hint of
Yeah.
of detail, not too much to draw focus away from the main thing.
I did not know what my persona would be going into this, but I knew what one joke I wanted to make.
It's a good joke.
Thank you.
I'm glad you made it.
You know I gotta. But yeah, this is my persona. This is what I've been up to. This is not a very fantastical depiction of myself, but as an animal, this is just,
Just a sweet, cozy drawing.
sometimes
Yeah.
you draw what you know.
Listen, you met the brief quite well. It is a persona, a very good one at that.
Yeah, this is why my persona is a cat, because this is what I do. This is who I am.
That's how you should choose your persona. You gotta say, who
Yeah.
am I?
You know, you can draw who you are, who you could be. There's no wrong way to do a persona.
Yeah.
Is what we're learning
Yes.
here.
I would encourage everyone watching to do your own persona
Uh-huh.
and
Yeah.
and maybe you'll find something out about yourself.
Yeah, like that. You should wear more yellow.
Maybe your persona will live
That's
through
a
you.
secondary priority after making Nathan persona a trend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
do
Once
that
is
first.
done.
But yeah, this is my persona.
This
I
is
love it.
wonderful.
Beautiful.
It's got
She's
such
playing
strong,
People
like-
Crossing. She doesn't know how to sit correctly, and she loves human stars. Everybody
Good.
read Human Stars.
It's got big like diary comic vibes. I would read this daily strip about your
Yeah.
life.
About my life, except I'm a cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Julia, are you ready to do yours?
Me.
All right, Julia, what animal did you go with?
So I think everyone expected me to do a crow, and I was tempted to do a crow, but I didn't want to draw a big bird for some reason. I wasn't in the mood. Jacob can attest to my wandering around the apartment having a pseudo crises about this one because I didn't know what animal I wanted to do. I was having a bad art day, and then I drew a whole piece for like 2 hours and then wound up throwing it out and starting over completely with a completely different idea. So I went with a raccoon
Ooh.
because they mostly just bumble around wanting to be left alone and they use their little hands for everything. And I like to do a lot of hobbies that require little precision handwork. So I went with raccoon.
Get your grubby mitts all over everything.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to get it going.
All right.
3, 2, 1, go.
Yay. So I kind of snapped out of my bad art day by just kind of scribbling a lot after I threw out that entire piece that I had worked on.
that you tweeted about.
Oh.
Was that the one you threw out?
Yeah, that was part of it.
Damn.
Because I wanted to draw myself as a raccoon, and I don't know, it was a whole thing. And I originally drew myself at like a pizza place, hanging out in like a New York City pizzeria, because I wanted to do the only sort of fursona that I know in my heart I had to do, which was a Black Sad referenced fursona.
Hell yeah. I did have Black Sad out while I was drawing, just in case I needed further reference.
Yeah.
What is Black Sad?
Everybody read Black Sad.
Everybody read Black Sad. It's so good.
Okay.
It's a detective novel about this detective who's a panther. Like everyone is an
Ooh.
animal.
Yeah.
And it takes place in like a New York City, I want to say. It's been a while since I read it, but
It's so good.
it has an amazing art style and great writing.
Sweet.
So I referenced
check it out.
Black Sad here
Hell yeah.
because I don't know anything about the Fursona world. I've watched one episode of Beastars on Netflix.
Come on.
I haven't read it. I've read Black Sad, and that's about as close as I've gotten. So I drew myself as a little raccoon tinkerer.
Oh.
I love how like naturalistic this is.
Black Sad is
Yeah.
very just like it's a human with an animal head most of the time.
Yes, but personas are never like someone calmly working on a watch.
It
Oh,
can
Like a
be.
really-
This whole
Yes.
you
It
get a whole ass
can be.
environment.
it can be, but is it ever until now? I think this is like a first.
I also have been
Some
wanting to get back
perspective.
to my roots
God.
and do some more illustrated scenes because I've been missing doing
Nice.
illustration.
Yeah, in a book.
Here's also what I do. This is like my crutch is that when I don't know what exactly I want to do, I kind of just make a scene to distract from the fact that I don't.
And we get it, Julia. You know how to do 1 point perspective.
The raccoon has been
Wish
done
that were me.
Yeah.
so long.
You don't really get what the fursona is unless you can see the entire ornate lettering of the watch repair.
That's important
store.
for her backstory.
You have to write letters backwards
Yeah,
in the window.
it's world building.
Wait, did you do that backwards?
Yeah, I did it backwards.
Julia.
I don't know when I acquired that skill, but I can kind of just crank it out now.
This is wow.
Here come the colors, which I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do for a light source. So you can see me kind of just fudge it all a little bit.
Raccoon.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
are a raccoon when you wear the outfit.
There's the little black
Aw.
markings. I don't know much about raccoons. Just every time I see them on YouTube, they crack me up. I know that they have to wash their food before they eat it,
Oh.
which is why they get sad when you give them cotton candy because they go and they try to wash it in some water and the cotton candy disappears and then they have a crisis.
What a
This is just-
what a process.
This is, I can't even begin to fathom how I would draw, like, conceive of this, let alone color it all.
I didn't know how I was going to color it. Oh yeah, there was some line there and I didn't know what happened to me there, but we figured
That's
it
just
out.
part of the perspective process.
Yeah, we
honestly.
fudged it. But I didn't know exactly how I wanted to render it. So I kind of just went back to my usual rendering style. I fell back on it a bit. I used all my coloring shortcuts. Oh yeah, we got to get all of these stupid little details. I was going to add more details, and then I was like, why?
I mean, yeah, I guess.
I mean, you've already added these many details.
Yeah.
What's a
Yeah.
few more details?
I'm surprised it took you this long to say why.
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit.
I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not actually because it's you, but
This is so Black Sad.
Yeah, I love the mood of Black Sad. It's just like a bunch of kind of bored people hanging out in a city,
Yeah.
which fits my aesthetic to a T.
Julia wants it to always be raining, always be nighttime, and for everyone to be sad.
Yeah. Yeah, this quarantine's been going great.
So far, so good.
Yeah. I wanted to add some gold here to kind of make things pop and give it that kind of
Yes.
antique-y feel.
Oh
I
my
see
gosh.
you also made some colors flash rapidly.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
You got to do it sometimes.
Always. Every single Photoshop thing. I don't learn what each layer style does. I kind of just flip through all of them to see what looks best.
Yeah, I do that too every
Ooh.
time.
I added
Little
some little dust particles on the light to kind
Of
of
course you did.
give emphasis to the light that's there. But yeah,
Wow.
that's my piece. I'm a little raccoon who's working on antique watches.
I was so sure that you were going to draw like posters in the background too.
I was also working on this. It was like 10 o'clock at night or something.
I'm glad we were
So-
all working on our personas at 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Yep, that was me and Julia last night.
It's the persona hour.
The day before. That's when the personas come out.
We give ourselves a week to do it, and we all do it the night before.
I mean, we wouldn't be artists if we didn't leave everything for the last minute and then shove it all into a small span of time. That's the way of it.
Yep.
That's life, baby.
This rules.
I love how different everyone's is
Yeah, that's
from
true.
each other.
We all went super different visual directions for sure.
Yeah.
I think this will be fun for people to watch and see what we all did.
That's when you know you have a good prompt, is when everyone can just take it in their own special route.
Yeah.
So thanks again, KZ. Glad
Yeah.
we finally did this for you and only for you. If this video gets 1 view and it's you, then we've succeeded.
Yeah.
Yep.
And thanks for watching, everybody. You should subscribe.
Yes.
You
Please.
Yeah.
should like and subscribe.
You should leave a comment.
You should leave a comment. You should
Hit the bell.
get
Hello?
Nathan's persona trending.
Hashtag
Yes.
Nathan's persona.
Yeah.
SEO, baby.
SEO, baby. We're sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry. Welcome to Drawfee, where we take your dumb ideas.
And make even smarter drawings.
What? Not today, probably. I'm Julia.
I'm Bocage.
I'm opposite Nathan.
And I'm Anorak.
Nice.
Wow.
Good fast thinking.
That's a cool one.
That is
Thank
a
you.
cool
I
one.
sound like a
Neat.
spider.
You do sound like a spider.
So, are we drawing backwards today?
We're not drawing backwards. We're going to draw.
backwards.
You draw
You
backwards.
start with the drawing and you erase it.
Line by line. We're not doing that. We're doing anti-styles.
Oh.
This is a thing I've seen it online, a few places, people doing it, and I thought it was fun and silly. Essentially, we're going to try to draw in the opposite of what our default style would be.
Wow.
So if you were going to draw something normally and be like, oh, I want to draw a little squart friend, round and friendly, it's got to be a tall, lanky friend, edgy
this
and angry.
episode's gonna feel so bad to do.
Yeah, but it's going to be funny and people are going to watch it and go,
We're gonna have
ha.
another cranky episode full of cranky.
I like
Julia and
to
Korea
pick-
specifically.
Yeah.
I like to pick challenges that make everyone mad. Nathan, do you want to go
Boo.
first?
Yeah, I'll go first.
I really want this to be someone's first episode, and they're like, "Wow, these people cannot draw."
These people are bad at drawing. Yeah.
And they hate it.
Oh, also, by the way, we're doing self-portraits
Yes.
in the anti-style. I didn't say that, but that's what's happening. So Nathan, take us through. Take us in.
What I'm doing is I'm using a brush I don't normally use.
Oh,
I'm
it's
not.
like a chisel.
Yeah, I'm using the chisel with
That's
no.
my brush.
Yeah, I think Julia might be the furthest from my style. Because what I was also thinking is what I typically don't do when I draw is make a full scene.
Oh.
Oh.
I tend to do these like very sort of quick strokes, lots of undoing. And I'm going to try and not do that. More sort of slow, methodical strokes.
Interesting.
And long,
I don't know how this is
weird
going to.
fingers.
Yeah, I've got sort of long,
We got
weird
a real
fingers.
salad fingers going
Yeah.
on here.
Yeah.
I'm kind of trying to go for like a mood with mine
A
because
mood.
I don't know what my style is. I know things that I would like to improve on.
I feel like this challenge is a little difficult just in that it can be really difficult to view your own art style objectively.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, totally. I think mentally, here's how I'm thinking you approach it, right? You
Mhm.
think if I were drawing a picture of myself, what's the first thing I would do? And then you do the opposite of that.
Yeah.
Mm.
So if it's like for me, I'd be like, oh, I'm probably going to draw like a big old circle for the head. So maybe I
Mhm.
got to make a square instead.
Oh.
And just go from there, you know? But you can approach it however you want to. It's open ended.
I'm taking a hands out approach.
Yeah, you normally don't do that for sure.
Just a real gross knobbly hands.
This is which Nathan?
I forgot to mention that
Which Nathan?
once you've drawn, that was a good joke, Nathan.
Thank you.
Once you've drawn your anti-portrait, it is going to come out of the screen and kill you and take your place.
Well, that makes
Oh.
sense.
So
I thought that went without saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're on
I'm
Nathan
down.
3 or 4 or whatever.
but it's 2020. We could use a break.
I'll take a break.
Yeah. Let the Auntie Nathan handle it for a bit. Let Auntie Nathan handle it for a bit. It's just Nathan in a big shawl.
I'm just feeling this one out. But I guess that's sort of what I always do. So maybe this isn't the opposite yet. Maybe if I had done some like real construction, that would have been the opposite. Because I don't really do that very often.
You don't need to overthink it too bad.
I'm doing it.
This doesn't look anything like how you normally draw.
Yeah.
So I think you are succeeding.
If I looked at this, I would not think Nathan.
Yeah. It's definitely got vibes to it of like a different artist.
I'm trying to give it a different artist's vibes.
This has like really major, like indie comics,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like auto-bio indie comics feel.
That's sort of what I was going for, yeah. Because I'm imagining this is like a panel. This is like a fully designed like panel.
Yeah. This chisel brush is kind of working pretty well for you in this style. It's pretty cool looking.
I like it. I like trying something different than what I normally do.
Oh yeah, just some real normal eyes.
Normal eyes.
It's so eerie. Not really looking at the phone per se.
No, not. I didn't really. I'm sort of looking through the phone.
Oh, I thought you were looking at us.
Well, I liked it because it kind of looked like you were doom scrolling and just like zoning out.
Yeah,
Like,
your eyes sort of
dang
gloss
it.
over. This is maybe a political cartoon. Now that I'm figuring it out.
Nathan represents liberty, and the phone represents tyranny.
See, I was picturing it as one of those like Twitter autobiographical, like sad, just thought pieces where it's like, I'm doing it again. I'm doom scrolling. Why did I do this to myself?
Part 1 of 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thread.
Yeah.
This is the beginning of my thread, my autobio Twitter thread.
What's going to be the conclusion, do you think?
Probably that we live in a society.
Yes.
Got him.
That's true.
It really makes you think.
Yeah. I'm thinking right now. I like how this drawing too is like pretty small and off center.
Well,
Yes.
because I need to draw a whole scene.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
it's a scene.
You guys don't get to draw this episode. It's just
Yeah,
me.
apparently
I'm
not.
okay with that.
This one's a Nathan only special.
Well, that's the other thing is I try and go really fast. So the opposite would be to take my time.
He's
That's
right.
true. Yeah, damn, you got me there.
I like this expression you're making because all I can picture is,
Yeah, I'm sort of doing a. I mean, this is how I feel sometimes.
yeah.
It's not usually the energy I try and bring to Drawfee episodes. I try and be sort of like happy and positive and not sort of glum. But again, I'm trying to channel the opposite.
Sometimes you got to give up on being happy. It's
Thank
just
you.
not the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not the time.
You got to save your energies sometimes. Just let yourself be.
This is Graythan.
This is Graythan.
On a sad day, Graythan comes out.
Oh, it's like you were painted with the gray Neopets paintbrush.
Exactly.
and it makes you look depressed.
This is depression commercial, Nathan.
Dorian Grayson.
Just sitting on the floor.
Mood.
It does seem like there should be a logo in the corner for a medication.
This is 100% something that I would have drawn in high school.
Yeah, totally.
Like, absolutely.
But like better executed.
Yeah, this one's much better executed, but like same vibe.
Oh, is the shadow going to be something?
Should it be? What should it be?
Oh, it turns into a hole in the wall.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
And what's peeking out of that hole?
Nathan.
It's
A
me
bigger
again.
Nathan.
America. Oh.
It's Nathan looking at Nathan from outside of Nathan. It represents a moment
my
of realization.
So
Yeah. Nathan, you got all that?
yeah, okay. So there's another me in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, really big.
Really a big
really-
me.
A really big
Yeah, it's like
Nathan.
your eye and nose, like looking in.
Even bigger than the phone.
This is like an ad for Phantom of the Opera now.
When Nathan's reading all the Phantom of the Opera tweets.
Doom scrolling through the Phantom of the Opera fandom.
Doom scrolling through Phantom of the Opera tweets. What horrible news is there in the Phantom of the Opera fandom today?
Well, you can't go see it, that's for sure.
No.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Oh, that's scary.
It's your I thought that was your mouth at first.
Oh, it's not your mouth. Okay.
It's your finger.
That's my thingy.
You're reaching
I thought
in.
that was a horrid mouth with like a single tooth.
I see now that it's not.
Yeah, I like the decision that it's not.
I'm glad. I don't know. This really got away from me.
I think it's cool.
Yeah. And it's definitely not what you'd normally draw.
This for sure means something to someone.
Just pretend you're in an art school critique
Yeah.
and you're winging it.
One digital art course I took in college, we had to do art critiques, and what a nightmare! Just like having to trash everyone else's art and then knowing that like whatever you said about someone else's stuff was going to be thrown back in your face immediately when they looked at yours. Like, is this how we get better at drawing? Or does this make us hate the idea of ever creating something?
The true art is in making enemies.
Yeah.
Mm.
Wow. That's the anti-style of Drawfeet.
Yeah.
Kind of want to try. This might not work,
Ooh.
but what if just like more dark? More
Yeah.
darkness?
Like the only light that's coming in is from the phone.
Oh.
It's the only light, but also the only darkness.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Bah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's really something.
It's really something.
That's really something I've done.
That's gonna be
Yeah.
this episode. Is we're gonna get to the end of our drawings and just go, it's really something.
It's really something.
Sure did that.
I feel like I'm learning a lot about prompts I can choose where nobody has any fun doing them.
Classic Jacob.
I'm having fun. No, I'm trying to get in character.
I'm having fun right now.
Yeah, this is fun.
It can be fun if you believe.
If you believe.
My expectations are low.
You can have fun drawing.
I'm having fun drawing. Don't get it twisted. I'm having fun drawing. I think this is it.
This does not look like Nathan's work, so I
This
think
is
you
not-
succeeded.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a sad drawing of me drawn by someone sad. And I'm not sad. No, I'm happy. I mean, like, there's stuff
I
I'm sad
insist.
about, but generally when I'm hanging out with you guys, I'm in a good mood and I'm happy. And I had to put myself somewhere else in order to draw this
I say
and take up a half hour. Did I really spend a half hour drawing this? Oh no.
No, we did a lot of.
Yeah, there was
we had a
stuff
lot
up
of
front.
stuff before.
All right,
we
well,
Yeah.
maybe
recorded.
David cut it down. a
Sorry,
bunch.
David.
Sorry, David. Here it's someone else go.
Is it me?
It's Karina.
Man. I don't know how to approach this.
It doesn't
You had
matter.
plenty
Just
of
do
time
whatever.
to think about it.
A half hour?
We each want to draw for 1/2 hour.
Because it's like I said, it's really difficult to pick apart your own art style sometimes because you don't think that objectively about it. At least I don't. I don't know what my defining art style stuff is. So
What if you could do what Nathan did? Pick a tool to draw with that makes it weird.
Yeah, something you're
think
not.
What I
comfortable
was
with.
thinking was
Okay.
doing it from this.
yeah.
Oh.
And
Sort of
Oh.
negative.
and then I can figure it out from here. I don't know. I'm panicking. I don't know what makes my art style.
I think you draw things that look very pleasant.
Okay. I'll draw something upsetting.
Make something very unpleasant that also looks very flat because you're very good at.
Yeah, I usually do a lot of
yeah.
construction, so I
Yeah.
think I'm gonna just
Go
go in with
straight in.
some shapes.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
construction.
Make like a cutout looking.
Yeah,
Looking
cut
ass
out
thing.
looking ass thing.
Is this an egg?
It's me.
You can draw you as an egg.
Not enough egg content. At the time of recording this, our most successful recent video
Egg.
is mostly egg. It's like 90% egg. I hope all of our drawings are just incredibly dark and full of fear.
Well, you said it's usually pleasant, so I'll draw something that's not super pleasant.
And then Julia just draws the happiest thing.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I'm not necessarily in a pleasant mood. I'll just draw something that makes me feel a bit of catharsis.
Yeah.
Yeah, why
Hell
not?
yeah.
And I'll just do it without doing construction.
You're free from all of the expectations. So this is a freeing exercise.
It's kind of like the episodes we do that's like drawing in shades of red or whatever.
Yeah. We're just figuring it out.
You just kind of go. You just kind of let it
I'll
rip.
just draw something I like to draw,
Just
but
Beyblade it.
differently than I usually draw.
Just Beyblade it.
Yeah.
Just Beyblade. The ethos of Drawfee is just Beyblade it.
Yeah. Oh, this is like a dog head.
Oh yeah.
Oh, spooky dog.
This is a scary dog
I
head.
like drawing spooky dog.
This is the dog that may or may not be heard barking in the background.
Yeah, during any time I speak.
This is what the dog looks like.
In this piece, the dog represents the fucking dog that's always barking in my neighborhood.
And how much it bothers me.
So the dog represents all of our eternal fears. No, the dog represents an annoying fucking dog that
Yeah.
I hate.
It represents that dog I hate so much.
That barks for 4 hours at a time.
To be worthy
Really how I draw digitally ever or on the show, but this reflects a lot more of how I work traditionally.
Oh, cool. Well, I think that counts.
Literally all I do is draw dog heads.
Oh, this dog got a big old mouth.
That mouth is far too big.
For barking while we're recording.
That's how it fits all the barks in there.
Yeah, this is how it feels.
You think maybe it's all out of barks, but no, in this mouth, it's not even halfway through all its barks. I am enraptured
Yeah.
by this. The eye on the far side of the head that's all swirly is so cool. This is so trippy.
Yeah, I'm really digging it so far.
Thank you.
I think this episode could be an hour long. It would be.
Poor David.
I think it could be 2 hours long.
Yeah.
funny.
Each of us draws for an
Another.
hour. We just do what should have been a speed draw challenge, but not sped up.
I mean,
Because I like that we're puzzling it out and talking about it.
It's called process.
This is process. We're all pros, and we're gonna cess.
We're gonna suss it out.
Oh, is that another dog?
I like dogs.
Just not the backyard dog.
Yeah, just not that one. It's
No.
that dog's cool most of the time, but not sometimes.
I think what's cool about this challenge is what we're going to realize is that even when we're trying to draw the opposite of our style, there's still something distinctly us that gets carried through in the piece.
Damn.
Wow, man.
Damn,
You
dude.
can't escape.
Maybe
the
I should have
style.
saved that for the end.
Say it again at the end.
I'll say it again
Yeah,
at the end.
it'll be a
maybe.
long episode, so
Yeah,
people
will
will
have
forget by the
forgotten.
end.
They'll have like paused it to go do something else.
Yeah.
Because no one can just like sit and watch an hour thing.
We do get questions a lot about like how do you find your style? And the thing is that you have a style. You just don't. It's hard to see it yourself
Yep.
Yeah.
because your friends will tell you what your style is, but
There are
it's-
things that you do that you're not even thinking about. That's just how you do them.
People are like, when did you develop your style? You don't. I was just addressing a question we get in the Drawfee Patreon Discord, which if you want to join,
Wink.
it's our basic tier on Patreon. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
$2 a month, you can hear us ramble.
That's 8 quarters.
That's eight-
Think about it.
for
Yeah.
8 quarters a
For
month.
you quarter lovers out there who can only process currency in terms of quarters, 8 of those a month.
If you've got nickels, forget about it.
No, that's far too many nickels.
I can't count that many.
What is that? 40? 40 nickels?
At least.
At least 40 nickels, if not more.
Jury's still out on that one.
Yeah.
No way to know for sure.
Someone who's good at math.
The greatest math minds of our generation could not solve how many nickels is 8 quarters.
So anywho,
Sorry, go ahead,
Patreon
Juliet.
Discord. One of the top questions we get is when did you develop your style / how do I develop my style / when did you realize your style? The answers, I don't think you realize it, and you always have it, and it's just something you develop as you look at more art, and the more you draw, you start to develop more and more of a style that is yours.
It lives inside of you.
It lives inside of you.
As long as you do art.
Yeah, as long as you do art, you'll develop it stronger and stronger. It's not something I think you conscientiously work towards. It just happens.
It's literally just made up of the shit you remember how to draw off the top of your head.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like
And
if
what
you
you're
remembered how to
comfortable
draw eyeballs in one way, and that's the way you typically do them because that's what your dumbass brain remembers. That's your style.
And also how you break down the process
Yeah.
is very much your style. And stuff you enjoy drawing will kind of guide that too.
Yeah. Whether it's one dog or several dogs.
Sometimes you several dogs.
This is so cool, Karina.
Thank you.
Mine's gonna suck.
So's mine.
That's how I felt watching Nathan's.
Just wait till you see mine. You won't feel that way.
Okay.
I mean that's the ultimate power move, to just draw like the worst thing you can think of and be like, see, this is the opposite because my
I
normal
fucking
style
rock.
is so good. I can only the only thing opposite of my style is some garbage trash.
And I thought about doing nothing at all. And then I was like, no. I'm second. I can't make the out. I won't be allowed.
But instead, you made something really cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad you think so.
I hope that this episode inspires people to try things outside their comfort zone, because
It's a very good way to get out of an art block too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is uncomfortable at first, but also I think it can be freeing because you don't have to put any pressure on it, because you have the out of like, well, I don't normally draw like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you can just try stuff.
Yeah, something that one of my professors used to do for me, because I would sometimes hit like a big art block and I would get so like pigeonholed into one style, that he would go to my piece of paper and just create this huge mark across it with like his coffee or just like whatever he had in his hand. And he was like, now the pressure's off to do something perfect and completely controlled. Just like make a mess.
That's
go.
good.
Man,
And it was good. It was really good at like getting me to
go
loosen
over and
up.
spill coffee on your
Yeah.
students' work and be like, I'm teaching you.
This is a lesson.
It would be like a blank piece of paper, but he would just like spill it. He's like, work on that. And it was true. It got me out of my little art box, because I like everything to be very clean and precise.
Yeah.
So
Spill some coffee on your drawing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just fuck it right up and work from that.
Yeah.
There are times when I kind of miss. I used to do a lot of mixed media work when I was in high school, but I can't afford nice things. So I would just buy like $5 art supplies at Michael's and just make whatever out of it. And I miss
Yeah.
being that unrestrained.
Yeah.
yeah.
So this is an homage to that.
Love some mixed media. Yeah, I love that like you have the full fill on some of the teeth and then like the scribble on some of them. It
Yeah.
gives that mixed media feel. Like some of them were painted. and some of them were not.
What I also like about this is that because you're using just the pencil tool, you literally could have made this in MS Paint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, like it's just showing off like the how cool you can make something even with like limited software.
Yeah.
Capabilities.
You don't need the fancy stuff. You can create whatever you feel like.
You can create.
You can create,
Spill
period.
coffee on your papers.
Yeah.
Spill coffee on your MS Paint.
Yeah.
Spill coffee right on your computer monitor.
Dump coffee on your important documents.
Dump coffee on your dad's computer.
It's art.
It's art.
It's art, Dad.
When he yells at you, remind him that it's art.
Yeah. You ever seen art, Dad?
I'm sorry. I thought I was making art.
I thought you were supposed to encourage me.
Yeah. That's what they said on Drawfee.
Don't actually ruin your dad's computer, please.
Here's my drawing.
This rules.
This whips.
Yeah.
Thank
rules.
you.
I freaking love it. And now I have to draw one, and I am scared. Now I
Yeah.
am scared.
Have fun, Jacob.
We all get to be scared on this episode.
But I didn't want to be. I wanted you to be scared. I'm gonna pick a tool. I'm gonna pick a weird tool. I feel like I'm always going for like cleanliness and stuff. So maybe something a little nasty.
Oh yeah.
What about like the pencil? What's the one that I've been sketching with?
This one's pretty nasty.
Oh, that's a nasty time.
Ooh.
What's the pencil you use? Is it animator pencil?
Mm-mm.
Is it charcoal champ?
Mm-mm.
Is it charcoal champ?
Wait.
Is it graphite
wait,
stick?
It's graphite stick 2.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
go real light with it. If you go real light, you can.
I'm just like doing this right now.
Yeah, that's a start.
Doing something more right here.
Yeah.
Let's start with this.
comic page.
It's
I
just
like it.
satisfying to do this thing.
All of our drawings are so moody right out the gate.
I feel like we usually go so light on the show. We don't have
Yeah.
a choice. This is
Yeah,
the
right.
moody episode.
Get a
Yeah.
little moody with it. Why not?
Yeah.
It looks like sheets of lasagna.
That's my mood.
Yeah, my mood is lasagna and no Mondays.
I could go for some lasagna. Jacob, you want to order lasagna after this?
Do you want to order lasagna after this?
Do you want to order lasagna after this?
Do you want to order lasagna after this?
Hey, Karina, do you want to order lasagna after this?
I don't know. Do you want to order lasagna?
I'm
after
ordering
this?
everyone a lasagna and sending it to your respective apartments.
One lasagna.
One lasagna, please.
When you finish your portion, please send it to the next person.
Yeah. No tomato sauce on mine.
Where the
Yeah.
hell am I going to get a tomatoless lasagna? Get out of here.
At this hour?
You're out of the lasagna chain.
I made a pesto lasagna one time. It was pretty
Ooh,
good.
that sounds really good.
It was pretty good. I mean, I don't know how it holds up to regular lasagna if you don't find tomato sauce disgusting, but it was pretty good for me.
As someone who's also not a fan of tomato sauce, that sounds delicious.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. I'm going to Google Maps some pesto lasagna.
Google Maps it.
Google Maps it.
You're gonna find it.
Yeah, I'm going to find it. I'm going to have it sent to you.
Google Maps Street View pesto lasagna.
Find
It's
it.
just sitting on the
Pesto.
sidewalk.
Lasagna. All right, I found some places.
I don't know what I was expecting from everyone's and my own, but it's not what we got. Like we're so far off the Google Map.
We're off the Google map right now.
Can't
Yeah.
find us.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of feeling it out. Like
Jacob's just vibing, and I respect that.
I'm just vibing right now.
It's one of those things where you have to like step back and view it.
Yeah, there's a magic eye.
This looks like that guy from Clone High when I step back.
Oh yeah.
JFK.
Jacob, is that you?
Am I JFK from Clone High?
Here, I'm abstract.
Maybe I'm abstract JFK. Could that be true?
I think this art practice really reveals who's inside of you. And for Jacob, it's JFK from Clone High.
Yeah, Jacob, more like JFK Cub.
This is a sleep paralysis demon.
A little bit.
No, it's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. This is like when you wake up in the middle of the night and some bright lights coming through the window.
Yeah, like you're looking at your blinds in the darkness.
Yeah, and you think it's a face. It was JFK Cub.
It was JFK Cub all along.
I like this. I'm very excited for all of our drawings to be in the Avatar pack.
Oh, no.
Oh, dibs on JFK Cup.
Yeah.
I get JFK Cub. It's me.
We're all gonna use JFK Cup.
So far, none of us have chosen our own drawings
No,
as
Jacob has.
avatars.
I'm
Yeah, I
goofy
did.
right now.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
I did too.
Everybody, at the
He's
time of
full of
recording
himself.
this, all three of you have my drawings.
Yeah.
And I find it very flattering. I have, of course, still Kill Screen Bucky.
Which I'm flattered by.
Yeah. You know, I might have to we might all have to be JFK Cub because you got some lips.
Yeah, buddy.
Do I have lips?
That's the way I see
It
it.
looks kind of like a lips. What did you
I'm perceiving the nose, the
That's
the
an
shadow,
nose.
the shadow under the
I
nose.
thought that was the mouth.
I thought
and
that
you
was
had
the
a
mouth.
coy little smile.
I
I
thought
thought my
you had
mouth was
like
way
a
up there.
Yeah, that's why I said it looked like JFK from Clone High.
Yeah.
No, this is the bottom of the nose, dude.
That's the bottom of the
Oh.
nose. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine, I guess.
Wow, I have to reconsider a lot.
Nathan and I are so on the same wavelength
Yeah.
with this drawing.
Julia, did you think it was a mouth?
Well,
Julia was looking up lasagna.
so good news. I found lasagna in Karina's area.
Julia went silent. Comes back with lasagna tidings.
I found lasagna in Karina's area. So
Yay.
gonna send you some lasagna.
So you're sending Karina some lasagna.
Yeah.
That's where we're at.
Yeah.
That's where Julia's at.
This place is cracking me up. So I'm gonna send you some lasagna.
I really like this, Jacob.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
good.
It's cool.
It's fun. It's fun to do this.
Yeah.
Anti-Jacob is a ghostly apparition in my blinds when I'm laying down
Yeah.
at 3 a.m.
Yeah, these are them types of blinds, the side to side blinds.
Oh, right. Those exist.
Those pulley blinds.
I feel like I'm done.
Yeah, this is good.
I don't think I need to do
Yeah.
anything else. This is just a weird portrait. It's definitely nothing like anything I would do.
Yeah. I love that you went this route. It's really cool.
I didn't intend to, but I picked Julia's brush and it was too big. And I like the texture.
And then you just caught
Yeah.
the vibe.
I just got the vibes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Damn.
Julia, do you want to
Me.
go now?
What is Julia gonna draw with?
Yeah,
Maybe
it's a good
just
question.
like
This episode quickly transformed from anti-styles to 4 artists just do whatever.
Yeah. Art
They
for
want.
art's sake.
Yeah, this is like a free-form ass episode, and I'm loving it. Well, people really like those like drawing in shades of blue ones.
Yeah.
So they better love this one.
Those episodes are nothing, and yet there's an allure.
Some of our most viewed beans pre the like beans only times.
Yeah.
The Beans era.
Oh my god, this looks like mine. This looks like mine.
this looks like Jacob's. Yeah.
This looks like mine.
Yeah.
Have you stolen from me?
I have.
Haha, got it.
Because we've discovered that I cannot draw in your style through something I had to draw recently where I drew a banana Nathan.
But it was
Banana.
delightful.
But I feel like the two things that I cannot do are like dynamic foreshortened poses and also Jacob's stubby Newsday style.
Oh man, so you're doing both?
Yeah.
Wow.
You're trying to do a double tackle. It's like you're trying to
Nice.
tackle 2 quarterbacks at the same time.
Man, they should not have allowed 2 quarterbacks to play at the same time.
No, it's
They
very
each get their own
irresponsible.
ball.
Yeah.
It makes it way harder for the defense.
That's football too.
Yeah, football too, double quarterbacks, double ball, double points.
What's
Don't look at this.
What's,
She's dancing.
Don't look at this.
He's doing a
where's
little
your body
jig.
going?
She's doing a little jig.
I want her to be like, okay, hold on. Wait. Okay, hold on.
Mhm.
Everybody
Mhm.
hold on,
Everybody
please.
hold on.
I'm ready. This is and I will say just from like a Drawfee episode perspective, this is also the opposite because like we all went off the rails with ours and Julia is like doing exactly the prompt,
I'm doing the prompt.
which is
Yeah,
the
oh
opposite.
my
once.
god, you're right.
Yeah, I didn't do the prompt, but that was part of my statement.
That's part of
Yeah.
the prompt.
The prompt
Not
is to
doing the
not
prompt.
everyone doesn't do the prompt
Yeah.
except Julia.
I've been to art school. I know how to bullshit my way around some art. What do you think I did for 8 years?
Okay.
Oh yeah, because you did art high school also, yeah?
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't do art high school.
that was fun. We had to have an artist statement that stated our concept. So all of our art had to revolve around a concept. And I didn't have a concept. I just wanted to like make comics and other sequential art. So I had to continuously write these artist statements. I was just like, my art is about telling stories. This theme and this theme. Until they just let me make comics about fish.
I haven't seen any of your fish comics.
Dig them up.
All
All
right.
online, baby.
They're in the ground.
Yeah, get digging. Got a
gets to
shovel,
digging.
buddy.
The fish don't go in the ground, they go in the water.
Julia, are you skating?
Oh, she's doing a
you
power
grinding?
slide.
Wow.
I'm trying to do a slide.
Are you Tony Hawk?
Tony, you know what? I am now.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna have the skateboard be like here.
Julia went to like grind on a railing and the skateboard fell down.
Yeah, where's
and
the
you
board?
just kept going.
I'm doing a little flippy do.
She's doing a flippy do.
It looks like
Okay, I thought the perspective line was like a rail that you were grinding.
No, that was me trying to brain this out as this is not how I do.
This is the key to the way I draw, which is that I'm not braining it out.
Yeah, but you're good at not braining it out. I
You
can't.
gotta let it free, baby.
All right, freestyle. Freestyle.
Let it rip. You gotta Beyblade it. I'm telling
Free the
you.
shapes.
Let it rip.
Fray the shapes.
Fry the shapes.
I was just trying to say free the shapes, but I said free so weird that I had to commit to like a non-accent, an anti-accent.
Fry the shapes, dude.
Fry the shapes.
Dude, what are you talking about?
Julia.
Julia.
Fry the shapes.
This episode is now
This.
just unrecoverable.
I think this episode is about nothing.
Yeah.
Throw this episode in the trash.
Boo-doop.
Trophy's become Seinfeld, finally.
Yeah.
Are you wearing like glasses?
This is a new skin for Among Us.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it kind of
You look
is.
so radical.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a logo for like a cool brand of skatewear.
Oh yeah, get
Oh,
that knee
yeah.
up.
So high.
Get that knee way up.
Oh yeah.
Radical.
I also have my knee up in my drawing. Sort of like a little symmetry to the episode.
Yeah.
Planned it from the start.
My concept is knees up.
Another question we often get is, how do we script the episodes so well? Well, let me tell you.
Do people ask us? Do people think we
used to
script
get that.
the episodes?
We used to get that question. Remember?
We have been asked before, like, what the process for like writing an episode was.
Writing an episode.
I'm like, if only you knew. We barely show up with an idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we send David hours of nonsense, and then David turns it into an episode of content.
Yeah.
We say, fix it.
David.
David,
we're
we
stupid.
messed it up again.
Yeah, we said something weird.
David.
We made an episode about nothing.
David, help. We love you, David.
We love you, David.
Do like some chunky shoes.
Oh,
Ooh.
damn.
It looks like the top of the shoe's giving your leg a kiss.
Like a, it looks like it's sucking it in.
Yeah. Like a baby kiss before babies know how to kiss. They just go, whoop.
This
I
is
like
a wild
this.
drawing.
I do like this.
Yeah,
This is where we needed to land at the end of the episode.
I got you.
We've emerged from the
Hell yeah.
darkness, and now we're doing a kick flip.
I know my role in these episodes.
This also does have like the vibe of something I would draw like
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah.
With it even looks like it's drawn with like a marker.
Yeah, that's soft. Because like even at 100% hardness, the just like basic round brush is still a little soft.
Yeah.
With the underdrawing.
It's so funny to see Julia's like confident lines with this soft of a brush.
Yeah, yeah. Doesn't want to do.
This is great though. This angle.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah, man.
Thanks. I tried to do something that makes me uncomfortable to do.
Are you uncomfortable?
Oh yeah, you know it.
Hell yeah.
Then we did it. Then we accomplished it.
We did it, gamers.
I am at this point very comfortable with being uncomfortable though. So
Wow.
where does that land us?
I don't know.
Huh?
On top of a skateboard. Yeah.
We've lost something that makes us too confident now.
Yeah. Now we think we can succeed regardless of the circumstances, which is messed up.
Yeah.
But it's also true. It's
But
also correct.
completely true.
It's the correct lesson. We've learned the correct lesson, and I hope everyone watching has learned as well that we're all really good.
Yeah.
That's the lesson.
The nice thing about this drawing is that I look at it and I go, wow, I will never make something this bad again. And it's true.
I think it's cute.
It's got like a feeling to it.
Yeah.
that makes me
Elementary school.
feel
Yeah, I don't know
comfortable.
if precious is what you were going for, but I'm very endeared by it.
Yeah.
And I mean that with respect.
Yeah.
It feels like a little cousin of mine came up with a drawing of me and like handed it to me and was like, I drew you. And I was like, oh yeah, you did. I'm keeping this for the rest of my life.
Julia, you are your own little cousin.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
No, your aunt right here is your little cousin.
Yeah. This is my auntie art.
Like a high-res notebook paper.
Yeah, it's
and
like a
slap it
loose
underneath
leaf.
this. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, hold on.
Yep.
Okay, here we go. God, if I could have you do some math homework on part of this.
Oh
Okay.
man. So many of the drawings that my parents sent me from like for that redraw childhood art were just on graph paper with math problems next to them.
Do
So
some like long division over there.
Find out how many how many nickels
Yeah, the quadratic equation. Put that in there.
okay, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And you know what else I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do I'm gonna
Okay.
do this. And
Okay.
then what I'm gonna do is like
I kind of just like having the fraction there and it's not solved.
The fraction.
Not fraction, long division.
God, I don't think I know how to do long division.
Yeah, welcome to
Anymore.
4 adults who can't do like math anymore.
I remember it go tall. I know it go tall.
It go
That's all I
tall.
know. Oh, Pythagoras.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything. You're all gonna laugh at me, commenters.
I'm now in charge of doing accounting for our company. So I've had to math again.
And this is what you doodle in the margins.
It's bringing me back. Yeah.
Here you go. Get
Why? Calculate. That one feels really
Get it like
complicated.
at an angle, like you drew it wrong on the page.
It's just like basically like.
I don't know this. The quadratic formula. A classic.
Of course, the quadratic formula. I can't believe I placed out of calculus.
Same.
I took the AP test and was like, I don't think I got a single question right.
I don't think I got a question right on any AP test I took. Still graduated with honors. Look at me now.
It doesn't matter.
My college had the option of doing like some I think the math class that all of my friends took was called like the math of shapes. And it's not algebra, it was like basic algebra, but I took calculus for some reason. I don't know why.
Your college had math classes?
Yeah, because we were state
Mine
school, so we had to
didn't.
do state requirements.
Oof.
The
My
math of shapes.
college had one math class, and it was called the history of math.
Whoa.
That was the only math class you could take.
You go in and they're like, math, it's history.
Here's where it came from.
Everyone lights up a blunt.
Yeah, and does a cool skate trick.
It's history, bro.
That
Forget
does
about it.
seem like what I read on Rate My Professor, which is why I didn't choose that class. It sounded like that.
Julia, I love these eraser marks now. Like you
Yeah.
changed the hand after the fact.
Yeah.
That's so good. What a mood.
This is great.
This is cute. I love it.
Be what you deem to be worthy of your energy. I feel like I can't be what you deem to be worthy of your energy. I feel like
That's a cool signature.
can't be what you deem to be
That's a
worthy
Stussy.
of your energy.
Doing a Stussy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Kind
Yeah.
of.
Right? Just like, hold on. Like, you know what? I'm gonna leave it.
Oh man,
my-
I'm gonna have math test dreams tonight. I just know it.
Don't call me out like this. This is how I did my notes.
Somehow Julia still managed to make a full scene. It's just like,
It's just different,
yeah,
Yeah.
but it is still a scene.
yeah.
I've done it.
I'm afraid to try and end the episode.
He's been trying so
I'm gonna
hard
get-
for 5 minutes.
I'm gonna get guitar riffed. I just know it. This has been Drawfeet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Wish people could see the look on Julia's face. This has been Drawfeet. Thank you so much for watching. If you've got a suggestion for what you want to see us draw next time, just leave it in the comments. If you want to support us directly, go to Patreon.
You don't need treatment.